Punxsutawney Phil deal. And the groundhog in New Jersey, what do you say, Milton Fludge hog?
Milltown Mel.
What is it?
Is his name. Milltown Mel.
Milltown.
No, it's Milton.
Did you say, you said Milton first?
I did, because I just dropped the W.
Oh, yeah, his name is, I'm looking at it right now, Milltown Mel.
So it's
dies.
Milltown Mel. So this groundhog in New Jersey died I think yesterday or the day before, just days before Groundhog Day. So they had to cancel their whole festival because the groundhog died.
It's like, reminds you like Betty White dying before the big day.
You have one job, dude.
I mean, this is a celebrity groundhog.
It is.
How old was he?
Well, what's a celebrity groundhog?
Milltown Mel.
No, it's not the same one they use every year, is it?
Well,
but he's still a celebrity because he has notoriety.
I got to be honest. I never heard of Milltown Mel until I saw the story that he died. You're telling me you heard of Milltown Melfester?
No, but if he's got a name and they have a festival that's based around him, he's kind of a celebrity groundhog.
Well, maybe there, but I never heard of the damn thing. I never heard that they did a festival in Milltown. Is it Milltown, New Jersey?
Punxsutawney Phil is the famous
No, it's
one.
not. It's not Punxsutawney.
I said Punxsutawney? He's the famous one. He's the king.
It's Punxsutawney Soprano.
It's Punxsutawney Soprano.
Think of groundhogs like news anchors. Okay, Punxsutawney Phil is like Tom Brokaw. He's the big news anchor.
I thought you were going to say
Punxsutawney Phil.
I thought you were going to say Tom Brady.
The GOAT is officially done. Tom Brady, the 7-time Super Bowl winning quarterback, announced his retirement.
Brady. Bye, 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 bye.
10 Super Bowls. 7 wins.
Bye, bye.
MVP of 5 of them.
Oh, 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 oh. I heard the news today. Tom Brady's gone away. It's all over Tampa Bay. Tom Brady, come on. We'll miss you endlessly. No more Sunday victories. We hate to have you leave and go on your own. I know it's not the same no more. It ain't no lie. We hate to see you out that door. Brady, bye, bye, bye. Cause we won another ring or two. Just the best player that we ever knew. We will miss you and it ain't no lie. Brady, bye, bye, bye.
Bye.
Bye. See ya. And for anyone that thinks that they're going to stay around here, come on. Let's be honest. Listen,
They love Tampa.
I love the Tampa Bay area, but they are gone.
They're building in Miami.
They bought some expensive
Yeah.
lot on that, Millionaires Island, whatever the hell that thing's called down in Miami.
I don't know the name of it.
The sound that the cartoon feet make. Hey, do me a favor. Give me the foot pedal, would you please, Coop? Give me the cartoon foot pedal noise. Yeah, put that up, or just play it for me. No, that's not the foot pedal. Yeah, I need the foot pedal and zing. Remember the?
We need the zing.
Yeah.
There's the zing.
That's Giselle and Tom. I think more Giselle. Come on, Giselle's all cosmopolitan.
Yes.
She's all model-like.
I don't want to live in Tom.
Miami, South Beach, the whole shebang.
For sure.
Yeah.
Whatever. Let him go. Who cares?
Yeah, totally good. All right, just getting rolling, folks. Back in a minute. Don't move. And we'll get into the whole Tom Brady situation. We got the insight. We got the whole deal coming up. Stand by. Back in minutes. MJ Morning Show on the Q.
All right, here we go. We still have that problem on Gandy Boulevard between Manhattan and West Shore from yesterday afternoon.
Of course, the huge news yesterday that broke literally as we were in the final minutes of the show, and Roxanne gets credit. How did you find, were we getting hit up on the text lines, or did you get a breaking alert on your phone? How did you?
The very first thing I got was a text.
Right.
And so they said Tom Brady retiring, and then I went to Instagram, and then I saw
Right.
that.
Who sent you the text?
I don't know who it was, but I did say thank you.
Okay.
Oh.
So the news broke. Did we nail down the exact time? Was it like 9:42 or something? Or
That's about the time that we broke it.
Right.
Yes, because it took us about 3 minutes. Yes. And then I think that it was posted 5 minutes prior to that.
Right. So Tom Brady puts up this Instagram message, and it was, multiple pages because I had to keep clicking the arrow on the Instagram page, and I read the entire Tom Brady announcement. So we went long yesterday. We actually went probably about 5 minutes longer than we usually do because as we're wrapping up the show, Roxanne, you jump in and you're like, breaking news, breaking news. And, of course, I start slamming all my sound effects buttons over here. Like, whoa, 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 whoa. Breaking news, Tom Brady retiring. So you said go to Instagram. So we went to Tom Brady's Instagram. Fester, clumsily sausage fingers his way over to Instagram.
Amazingly, I managed to get us there by the grace of God and Tom Brady, which apparently are one and the same this day.
Yeah, with you, I could have gotten like Insta Slut or something, So
they have breaking news too.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
Yes.
So
Backbreaking.
So we get to Tom Brady's official Tom Brady blue check verified Instagram, and then that's when I proceeded to read the entire message. What was it, like 6 pages?
It's a long one.
Yeah.
It wasn't hey, I quit. Thanks for everything. You guys are great.
It was very long.
But of course, and we'll get into this in more detail later on, and Fester, you brought this up after it was you, Fester, right? After I read the whole thing, didn't Fester, you say, wait a minute, there's no mention of the Patriots in there. Didn't you say that?
I did. It was the first thing that stood out to me.
Yep.
I'm happy to have broken that news to the world because apparently that's all ESPN was talking about for the rest of the day.
Well, also, like Boston radio hosts, especially like sports radio in Boston, and there are a couple of sports radio stations up in Beantown, and man, they're screaming. They were pissed. They were ticked off that Tom Brady did not mention the Patriots, spending the bulk of his career. How many seasons was he in Boston? Like 20 years.
20?
Yeah, he was 20 years in Boston with the Patriots and only 2 years here in Tampa Bay. And the Boston market and the Boston radio hosts, they felt slighted. And I think they were calling us a bunch of yahoos down here in Tampa.
What do they mean by that? What do they have against Tampa people?
We really are a bunch of yahoos. I don't hold that. They're right.
Gosh.
So later in the day, Tom retweeted.
Retweeted.
He retweeted.
Well, because remember, he put the big announcement on Instagram, and there was also a message on Twitter as well. So are you talking about on Twitter? He put a message.
Okay, listen.
Yeah.
He retweeted Robert Kraft's statement about the retirement. And he wrote,
I thought you were going to say Robert Kraft's statement about, going for that rub and tug over on in Jupiter.
Now you keep that off of Twitter.
All right.
What did Kraft say?
He said, "Don't let the door hit you on the way out, Tom. You son of a bitch, you left me in abandonment."
That's a lie. That's a lie.
No, he had a long statement about how, how great the guy is. And Tom wrote, "Thank you, Patriots Nation. I'm beyond grateful. Love you all."
That was a little bony through him.
Yeah, but why didn't he mention the Patriots organization? How do you miss that? If you're writing like a 6-page...
Oh, he didn't miss it.
He didn't. That was intentional. There's no way that Tom Brady thanked everyone in the Bucs organization. Tom Brady thanked like the janitors and the parking lot attendants virtually. I think he thanked the crew at the PDQ stand inside of Ray J.
MJ, let me ask you. You retire tomorrow.
Yep.
Do you thank your old radio station? You were there for 15. Wait, how long were you there?
That's true. you're
18 years?
You're talking about FLZ?
Yeah, I mean, do you thank them really?
I was at FLZ from 94 to 2012.
So it's longer than he was in New England.
That
Okay,
was-
so then you come over here.
No, it's not. It's 2 years shy because
Gee, Jesus.
94 to 2012 is 18 years. Tom Brady was in Boston at the Patriots for 20 years.
Oh my God.
So why don't you get your numbers straight,
Sorry.
you moo-moo?
It's remarkably similar to your two radio careers so far. We've been
That's
here
what I'm
for
saying.
a year and a half. We've been there for 18 years. Yeah, I mean, I put people in two rooms. I put people in the I love your room or the I hate your room.
I put people in the rubber room, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Put
hey.
people in the rubber room. Yeah, go ahead.
But if you're in the I love you room, then yeah, you thank them. Even if you haven't worked with them in a long time. But if you're in the I hate you room, you don't even mention them. Psh, I don't mention Tommy Chuck on my retirement speech.
So, the big question is what happens to the signing bonus? You know, there's a lot of speculation about that.
Man, you
And-
were wrong on that.
No, stop.
Way off.
Well, you know what?
No, stop.
No, you were.
No, that wasn't
You were saying that's
Dude,
going to be the deal.
dude,
It had nothing to do with it.
That wasn't my reporting, you dope. Listen,
You
from-
said, I guarantee this is going
I
to be
did
the
not
deal.
say, I guarantee this is going to be.
Professor.
I did not. I was reading the report. Was it Spotrac that, whatever the hell that is?
Every major news source
Right.
had some story of this.
about the signing bonus and that Tom Brady had to wait until February 4th to retire. And now reports have come out since the Brady retirement that the initial reports were untrue and that Tom Brady should be getting the deferred money from his signing bonus, which was allegedly $15 million of $20 million, of which he originally got $5 million and then $15 million deferred until February 4th of this year, 2022. We'll get into Brady, a lot more Brady coming up. If you missed our Tom Brady song, well, I'm sure play that like 9 times today. I got to get my money's worth out of that. All right, so Rox, you were talking about the lunar Chinese New Year.
Fester and I celebrated separately last night because this is going to be the year of the tiger.
All right, so wait a minute. So
Yeah.
the Chinese New Year starts, what, today?
I think it was yesterday.
It was yesterday.
All right, so it started
Yeah.
yesterday.
It was yesterday.
So
Yesterday was
February
Lunar New Year.
1st?
Mhm.
Yes, today's
All right,
Groundhog's Day.
whatever.
Yesterday was Lunar New Year,
All right.
Chinese New Year.
Okay, so
And we're tigers right here. The two
that's
of
right,
us.
because the Chinese thing, they use the animals.
Right.
Like the horse and the rat and all that stuff.
Last year was the year of the ox.
No, last year was the year of...
Wasn't it a dragon?
No, it was the bat.
titmouse.
No, it was the bat or the pangolin from that wet market where this whole damn COVID thing came from, unless it leaked from the lab. Oh my God! Yeah, don't forget it was China that brought us COVID. And don't get me started. Yeah, they lied about it. They covered it up. They hoarded up PPE, masks, and gowns and all. They before the rest of the world could find out. They lied. They held it back. And I think there's just as good a chance that that thing came out of that lab in Wuhan as it did from a wet market. Listen, these pathogens, these viruses, they can absolutely happen naturally, and most do and have. They do happen naturally, and they can come out of those wet markets are filthy. I mean, they're
I've been to them.
Okay.
they're just nasty.
They're disgusting.
So, I mean, it could have come out of there, but also the lab theory, the lab leak for COVID is totally plausible as well.
Was it a bat or a rat?
It was originally they said it might have been a bat. Remember, then they said maybe it was a pangolin, that cute armored animal that.
Like an armadillo-ish
Yeah,
type.
kind of like that. So,
2020 was the year of the rat.
yeah.
Then the ox, now the tiger.
Yeah, I think that from now on, the Chinese New Year, it's all like COVID-related animals, just to remind the world. All right, just getting rolling today, folks. Next, I got a great pile of morons in the news. It's the early edition coming up. And, folks, if you happen to be in a car wreck and you are hit... ones in the news story that I didn't get to. I think I should have done this last Thursday or something, and I found it in my junk bag. If you're ever watching on MJTV, which is on right now, hey, what's up? So MJTV is now live streamed, and this began sort of, I think, when we came back from Christmas vacation. We kind of soft launched it, kind of a soft deal, and we didn't promote it, making sure we had all the bugs worked out. And MJTV is simple. Every day we live video stream the show. Prior, we had the cameras in the studio, and we just took chunks of the show, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, just a chunk of the program, and we put up a couple of chunks a day. But now we still do that. Coop, how many chunks a day do you do separately? Are you doing that still, or you're not anymore?
No, we do. We do some highlights.
Right, so you put the chunks up, but then the entire show, we are streaming on YouTube, the entire show from top to bottom. So if you are watching right now, or if you're watching the replay later on, because once the show's over, then you can watch the whole thing back, at your convenience, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 8 o'clock at night, whatever. But if you look behind me, you see this bag back here? That's my bag of crap.
Yeah,
that's where all my...
There's your bag of tricks.
It's everything that, all my prep is in there. I found, a couple of things that I had jammed in there last week that I never got to. And, well, one of them was this. And this is terrible. A Georgia woman allegedly stole lottery tickets from a clerk who had just been fatally shot in a robbery at a store. Can you imagine? And then it turned out that I think the woman was a nurse. It's like, what are you doing?
Did she win?
I mean, were they scratch-off tickets or a pick six, or what'd she take?
No, she didn't go to the machine and type in the numbers to print up pick six tickets.
Okay.
No, obviously she took scratchers off the roll. This is terrible. A Georgia woman was arrested after she allegedly stole lottery tickets from the office of a convenience store clerk who had just been shot in an armed robbery. This is in Houston. Lakeisha McGee, who was originally a victim of the robbery, was arrested about a week after the incident, charged with theft and tampering with evidence. Why? Turns out that 3 armed suspects went into the J&J Dollar store shortly after midnight. This is back on January 18th, and they shot an employee, a fatal I mean, it's terrible. Surveillance video shows the suspects entering the business and taking belongings from patrons, while one suspect goes to the office. The suspect allegedly shot the individual in the chest. Anyway, the victim of the store was transported, did not end well. Lakeisha McGee, initially called 911 to report what was going on, but later she disabled the security system for the store and stole lottery tickets. What?
She had a lot of time in there with his dead body on the floor.
For real?
So originally, she was a victim. She was in the store, and she was a victim originally who was caught up in the robbery.
She really went into opportunist mode.
I mean, there's video of a masked gunman firing a gun off camera.
Yeah,
They
that's
are
scary looking.
Still looking for the suspects. Last I saw, I have this story from last week. I just didn't get to it. I'm like, oh, man, I got to do this story. Can you imagine armed robbery at a store, and then one of the customers inside that's technically a victim of this strong arm robbery then steals lottery tickets? I mean, what the? I mean, unflippin' believable. It turns out that the woman's a nurse as well.
Did she go for the big payday tickets, like the $10 million scratcher, or did she go for the $5,000 a week for life scratchers?
Fester, I'm not an expert on the Texas scratcher lottery offerings. Now, if you ask me about Florida, I don't know much about those either. But I do know that I purchased.
That's Fester's realm.
I purchased the Gold Rush or something.
Mm-hmm.
Remember we were talking about it? I had never bought a Florida scratcher, and what was it? Before Christmas, I bought a couple of scratchers, and I think I broke even. Right?
So this happened in Georgia. You said Texas a second ago.
What did I say?
You said
Did I?
it happened in Warner Robins.
Why did I say Texas? Oh, you know what? I said Georgia originally, and then I just said Texas. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Is it Houston County or something? I don't know. I don't know. But it's...
you know what? According to the Houston County Sheriff's Office, So that's why I must have conflated. So Houston County, it's Georgia.
Right.
There's a Houston County,
Well, that's
Georgia.
confusing.
It is.
It's a lovely area.
Anyway, listen, the point is, who the hell cares if it's Georgia or Houston? The fact that a nurse caught in the middle of a robbery and the clerk is shot, the nurse would disconnect the security cameras while she went to the office to steal lottery
You
tickets?
know what? That is a fast-thinking nurse. Imagine what she
real.
does at the hospital.
Well, I mean, if I got shot at my job in a convenience store, I would hope that there's a nurse there.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
oh my God, he's been shot. I know what to do. I'm a nurse.
Yeah. Yeah, the nurse is not going to assist you. The nurse is going to go steal lottery tickets off the roll.
Sir, can you hear me? Where's the key to the lottery tickets? I got shot. Where's the key?
Let's go to Florida now. Let's go to Houston, Florida. No, let's come on down. Come on, folks, come on down to Florida here. Got a good old chunk of Florida morons in the news. Now, I don't get this. I don't understand this. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this guy's mugshot. Did you see Psych? Do you know who Psych is?
Side
No.
show?
Coop, you've got to get this on our webpage. I'm going to show it to the camera right now for MJ TV Live. All right. But, hey, and Coop, what's the story with we need to be able to put a website? You know, I mention things around here, nothing gets done. So we need to be able, when I'm talking about like Psych and his mugshot, we need to be able to put the, like in the computer screen onto MJ TV. Have they figured that out yet, Coop?
I have no idea.
Yeah, not.
I don't know if our software
All
can handle that.
No.
I'm using a Toshiba from 2007.
Yeah. Also, I think we're using our video switcher is like $39 on Amazon.
I mean, let's get it straight.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
has honestly, Coop's equipment in there is a 4-camera switcher. He doesn't have internet access to
Yeah.
pull things up off screen. You can't put a scroll on it. He has a couple of static photos that he puts up there when we're in commercial, and then he just shifts between 4 cameras.
And he's got to do that while he's doing all his other stuff.
Coop, today I need you to find out. We need to be able to put a computer screen. We need to be able to put the internets up on MJ TV so I don't have to crudely hold this picture of Psych to the camera. Now, is it centered? Does it look okay?
Yeah, it looks fine. That's a picture right there.
Can you see it?
That is a mugshot. Yes.
All right, have you seen Psych? Look at this guy. Look at this mugshot.
All right, how does he spell his name? Is it S-I-K-E?
Well, no.
Or
No, no.
S-Y-K?
His nick,
PSY.
this is not his like given name or his surname. This is his nickname is Psych, as in P-S-Y-C-H, as in I think psych patient or psycho. All right.
Oh, not psych, like I'm going to psych you out.
Well, it
No.
could. Well,
Yeah,
it's
the same
same spelling.
But why are you
oh.
being so judgmental? Maybe it's like psychology major.
All right. First of
Yeah,
all, the
good
guy's
point.
got wonky left eye that's looking. Do you see Froggy? Look at this.
His name is Wonk.
Just look at this. Look at this guy.
Oh my God, these crazy eyes from
This guy is more crazy looking than Crazy Eyes. All right, so what
guy's awesome.
did Psych do? By the way, Psych's real name is Demetric Sanders. He asks a guy for money and then attacks the guy when the victim refused to hand over the cash. This is according to cops down in Miami-Dade. So the guy's nickname is Psych, and I'm thinking it's more like like as in psycho. He was
I'm
arrested for attempted murder after he attacked a man with a machete and then bit him in the face.
Hey.
Ouch. So
Isn't that a bath salts move?
Tell
Is it
you
when
what.
you bite people that you're usually on bath salts?
I've never heard that, but I imagine that a lot of bizarre things can happen when you're on bath salts.
Roxanne, are you sticking with your guess that psych now stands for psychology major after hearing all the details?
No, I'm
Now-
changing it to doctorate in psychology.
Roxanne, you just gave me an idea. Would you be open to an experiment here on the MJ Morning Show, and we'll have you do bath salts live on the program and see what
That's
happens?
brilliant.
See if you start biting us.
Yeah, that's the stuff that makes people eat other people's faces.
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
Turns them into zombies.
Oh, you know
Yeah.
what? When you said biting, it didn't register, but when Froggy just said
Eating
Right.
people's faces.
eating people's faces, then that's right. Now it's coming back to me about
That's what bath salts do.
some of these crazy bath salt stories. So this Demetric Psych Sanders, who, by the way, looks like this, and I'm holding it up to the camera again. Look at the guy's. Hey, Coop, can you see the wonky, crazy eye on the camera?
Yeah, he's got a full vision there. He's got about a 275-degree vision, I would say.
Oh my God, he's got
It's like a periscope.
Well, what's that lizard? Is it a gecko that has that eye that pivots and that can go all the way to the side?
They're both. They essentially have independent suspension on their eyes.
That's-
where one eye can look forward.
This guy's got independent suspension and rack and pinion steering on that eyeball right now. I'm telling you. So this guy approached the dude who was waiting for a ride to work, asked him for money outside of the North Side Supermarket in the West Little River neighborhood of Miami. And when the man refused to hand over cash, he started to hit him with a broomstick, according to the police documents. When he began to defend himself, Sanders then pulled out a machete from his waistband and continued the attack. The victim, who identified himself as Donald, has a large laceration on the top of his head and his rib cage area, several abrasions. After hitting the victim multiple times, he reportedly bit him in the face.
Oh my God! There's a photo of the top of Donald's head, and
Oh
you
my
can see the staples. in his
God.
head.
Anyway, police said that he walked to a nearby gas station to ask for help. This is the victim. He was taken to Jackson Memorial, which that place is a zoo. My brother, who is a physician, my brother's a surgeon, and he did a rotation at Jackson. And Jackson Memorial down in Miami, that place just has a reputation of being just insane.
Did your brother have any interactions with Psych,
With face biters,
Mr. Psych?
I'll have to call him up
Psych.
later on. I'll ask him if he had any run-ins with Psych at the hospital. So anyway, victim had his head stitched up. Turns out this Psych guy took $350 on a phone. And then Psych was arrested on Saturday after the victim reported seeing him outside the same supermarket. So this guy goes back to the scene of the crime. The victim, all stitched up, was, I guess, waiting for a ride again, calls the cops, and the cops come and they arrest him. And that's why we have this mugshot of his gecko circular modular eyeball going all the way to the left.
Fester, that guy looks like the lizard woman in Sing,
Oh, my God.
Same eye motion,
right?
very little similar beside the eyes.
Hey, let me ask you a question. How do people think that you can steal $273,000 from a major company?
Oh, they'd never miss it.
Jeff Bezos. 273 grand. Even though Amazon is huge, how does an employee think they're going to get away with stealing $273,000 in merch? All right, hold on a minute.
In merch or cash?
Hold on. Merch. Hang on. Next. Don't move. We're loaded in minutes. Quick break. You got the MJ Morning Show on Q105, and we'll do some traffic. We're back in a second. Hang on.
Well, here we go with our first morning crash on I-4 westbound at Park Road. Looks like the accident's out of the way, but it's still slowing you down if you're headed that westbound direction toward Tampa. US 19 and Gandy Boulevard just had a crash there. And don't forget that whole Gandy Boulevard problem shut down between Manhattan and West Shore and the east end of the Gandy Bridge. You can use the upper deck, get on the bridge. Keeping you updated. I'm Pat George.
From the Rubenstein Law Traffic Center.
Nothing says I love you like a clean home, especially these days. This Valentine's Day, call the cleaning pros at Zero Res. Right now, mention me, MJ, on Q105 and get 15% off all cleaning services. Use promo code SALE15. Book online at ZeroResTampaBay.com.
Have you been into the new Diamonds International store on 22nd Avenue yet? If you haven't, now's the time. Stop in. Tell them Q105 sent you, and Diamonds International will give you a free $100 gift card just for stopping in. And Diamonds International.
Q105, MJ and the gang here, 7 o'clock exactly. And, of course, the news broke at the very end of the show yesterday. And good heads up from Roxanne. We were in the final minutes of the show, and you're like, breaking news! And then that's when we found out that Tom Brady was retiring right around 9:42 yesterday, 9:43. I mean, literally, we're about to shut things down. I was about to say, hey, have a great day. Let's be careful out there, blah, blah, blah. See you tomorrow. And then the news rolls out. And you know what really kind of overshadowed it a bit yesterday? On a lot of sports media, like on ESPN when they were talking about this and online, it was the fact that Tom Brady didn't mention the Patriots at all.
No.
So Tom Brady retires from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 2 seasons right here in Tampa Bay. He retires, and in that whole long message, there was nothing, not a mention of the Patriots, when essentially he thanked everyone down at Ray J. Even I think the parking lot attendants got got thank
That
yous.
was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was well thought out, well crafted, and on purpose that he didn't include
Did
them.
you say well crafted
Yes, I
as in Bob Kraft?
I did.
Right. So, bottom line is, at least the Boston sports media, that's all they focused on yesterday was Tom Brady didn't mention the Patriots and his 20-year career in Boston. With the Pats. So we'll get into much more Tom Brady in a little bit, including, did you see the Giselle message? Has anyone read the Giselle Bundchen message that she put out on social yesterday?
Stop making it about yourself, Giselle. It's not about you.
I've already retired because of you, Giselle.
God.
Well, listen, that's what a lot of people think.
Yeah, he's right.
A lot of people, let's do me a favor. Bring that up. When we bring up Tom Brady, we're going to do a long chunk of Brady later on. When we do the long chunk of MJ coming up beginning at 7:30, we're going to get into Brady more specifically, the signing bonus stuff, and apparently that story was not true about forfeiting $15 million. And then we'll get into the Giselle statement. So, Fester, mark that down. Bring up what are you going to bring up later?
He did it because of Giselle.
All right, bring that up because a lot of people think that Giselle was wearing the football pants in the family, and it was Giselle that actually caused this to happen. So,
Giselle, it's all your fault. I'm just going to call her Jiz for now.
That's what I just dumped that.
That's her name.
That's not a nickname?
It's her name. Are you kidding me?
Her closest friends don't call her that?
I mean, it is a weird name.
I got Roxanne over here with her hands.
Roxanne, is that not her nickname?
Roxanne.
If you were her friend, what would you call her?
Remember, I told you what her nickname was. Giselle. I heard that from someone. Her nickname was Giselle.
Roxanne just put her hands over her face like, oh, my God.
Okay, your name's Giselle.
What did Froggy just say?
Froggy's right.
Your name's Giselle. What do your friends call you?
Hold on.
It works for Roxanne.
I call Fester Fest. I call Roxanne Rocks. I call MJ Turd. I'm going to call Giselle.
Yeah. I mean, Tom Brady's name is Thomas.
Yeah,
Thomas.
they call him Tom.
I've never seen anything. Thomas Brady, quarterback of the Buccaneers. It's Tom.
When Tom wants some toast made with avocado, what does he scream across the house?
What do you think he screams?
Hey, Jiz! Stop it! Bring me my avocado toast. Giselle, I mean.
It's Giselle.
I don't see how that's not a perfectly acceptable nickname.
My name's Michael, and Kim calls me Mike.
Hey, Mike.
I doubt people call Giselle that for short, Froggy.
Well, I am.
I mean, our program director is Theodore.
God.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Ted.
Wait, we never calls him, hey, Theodore, how you doing? It's Ted.
Theodore's out with Alvin and Simon.
It's no kidding.
Hey, Ted, what do you think about Giselle's nickname that Froggy thinks?
Well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Well.
I mean, if she was my wife, that would be her nickname for me.
Okay.
Stop. Stop.
You are in timeout.
Darn it. In the corner I go.
Listen to Roxanne disciplining you.
Stop. Roxanne has put in Froggy in timeout.
I want to go in the corner?
Like her little 4-year-old misbehaving beast that she has at home. Can't take them anywhere.
Anywhere.
They wreck any restaurant they're in.
Wherever they eat outside.
Yeah. All right, so more on Tom Brady and the whole retirement thing coming up, and we'll grab some phone calls probably around 7:45. We'll go to Tom Brady phones here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. All right, couple of things. I teased an employee at a very large company. Then I dropped Jeff Bezos. I think I might have mentioned Amazon. How does a guy working for Amazon in a managerial position, how do you think that you can get away with ripping off, even though Amazon is massive and those warehouses all around the country are huge, 200,000, 300,000 square feet. I mean, these how many do we have in Tampa now? How many of the big, because they built one out in, was it Ruskin? Then they built, then isn't there another one?
The first one was in Ruskin.
Right.
There's a big distribution center on I-4
I-4,
now,
yep.
between Seffner, Dover area.
Right,
There's
yep.
a big one a little further out by Claremont.
Would you stop with your father?
No.
Further.
Well, you say feather,
hold
and
on.
he says father. Or, what do you say?
This is a whole Fester situation. Fester likes to make a big deal out of the fact that he doesn't say further anymore. He says further. And if you listen, he even over enunciates now, or he dramatically says the word because he's trying to get a rise out of us.
It's not true.
Yeah.
Even in a regular conversation,
Yeah.
it is like circa 2016.
Yeah.
I made a conscious decision to stop saying the word further.
Why?
And make it further.
Why?
I like the way it sounds. I think that's the appropriate English to further.
I want to further this conversation and stop saying that.
No, it's absolutely not. No, I mean, a little further out.
Are you okay over there?
Listen,
you're right.
for further reference, that's future. I see. Future is still pronounced the same.
I think Froggy was about to come over and perform some CPR on you or something.
Smack you in the back.
Listen, either way, don't threaten me with a good time.
It's like you got stuck over there for a second.
So a little.
Okay. Froggy,
Right, I don't know what's funny about any of this.
Well, you stutter a lot lately. I don't know what's the matter with you.
I've always stuttered a lot.
Is that your myasthenias gravis?
And I now use the word further instead of further. And I've had it now for like 6 years. It's a thing.
All right. So
anyway, there's a lot of Amazon distribution centers through the state of Florida.
That's the point. So how did this guy, a former manager, this guy stole $273,000 worth of merchandise during a 15-month span. Now, this information all comes courtesy of the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Western District of North Carolina. Happened in Charlotte, where obviously they must have a couple of big Amazon distribution centers. This is what the guy did. Douglas Wright Jr., 27. He was a former manager from June of 2020 until September of last year. He misused his position as an operations manager. So he was an operations manager at Amazon.
Yeah, pretty high up.
You know what this guy did? He went into the computer and just would send all kinds of stuff to his house. $273,000 worth of stuff. Now, he would specialize in sending specific items. He would send computer parts like internal hard drives, processors, like expensive AMD or Intel processors. I know my son, Julian and I built a computer. He wanted a kick-butt gaming computer, and we went to like this computer store and one of those big box, one of those computer warehouse places. I think they've got locations around. I forgot the name of the place.
Buy?
No.
CompUSA?
No. But yeah, sort of like a CompUSA, but it's I forgot the name of the company. But they have everything. You buy the shell, you buy the box, you buy all the individual things, the hard drive, you buy the
like a Tiger Direct or something.
Graphics board, something like that.
Okay,
yes.
we get it.
I forgot what the name of the store was. And it turns out I've got a friend who actually works for AMD. And he sent us the processor. It was like the Ryzen 9 something or other. This is an expensive chip. This is 2 4th of Julys ago. So it wasn't last, but it was the one before that we built this computer. And the chip that my son got was like a $900 processor. It was like one of the top-of-the-line AMD processors. And, of course, Intel, AMD, these things are expensive. So this dude, he's sending computer parts to his house, and then he had some kind of a deal where then he sold the the stolen merchandise for cash to a computer wholesale company out in California. Now, I don't know if they knew what the racket was, but how does an Amazon manager think that they can get away with getting into the computer and just having all these high-ticket items dispatched to his house?
Well, they just think Jeff's not going to miss it.
Well, obviously, through an audit, they finally caught the guy because I guess they realized that all this stuff was going out the Amazon warehouse door and it wasn't tied to any revenue coming in. I'm sure that there is software inside of Amazon where they can figure out if there's any pilfering going on or any rackets and scams like this. They caught the guy, $273,000. Now, that's pretty dopey. All right, got a drive-through question here. All right, I'm probably going to end up having to go to phones on this, and I'm going to give out the phone numbers right now. So I'm going to ask you guys in the studio, but also everyone listening on the radio now as well. The number to call is 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. I want to know, and this leads to a story, but I want to know notable things at a fast food drive-thru. Okay? Notable things at a fast food drive-thru. What would you find? This is like, the $25,000 pyramid or something. Let's go to the winner's circle. You know the little boxes go patink, patink, patink. All right. Hey, Coop, where's my music? Remember that little... Which one is it? Where is it? Where's my, the little dink, dink, dink.
The clock?
Yeah, where's my...
The pyramid clock
Yeah,
music.
where's my pyramid clock music? Do you know where that went?
Where's the dink?
So you're asking people to call in to give obvious things that they see in a drive-thru.
Yeah, what happened to my pyramid clock music?
A sliding window?
Oh, we didn't lose that, did we?
I mean...
Oh, enough about the clock.
No, I gotta have the clock.
Do you?
Do you?
Do you? All right.
Yeah, I gotta have the clock. All right.
Really?
All right, Coop, do you know where it is? Oh, you gotta find my clock.
You better find it, or you're gonna get hit in the clock.
I gotta have the clock. I don't think it came off of here. Yeah, I gotta have the clock. Do you have the clock? Oh, here it is. All right, we found.
Good job, Coop.
Oh my!
Your clock is safe.
I was getting nervous. It took me 25 years to find this sound from. There it is. It's like the $20,000 pyramid.
Now it feels real.
Yeah, it does. Now it's real. Thank you.
No.
Oh, I feel relieved. All right, so I want to ask the listening audience and the crew in the studio. I want to know notable things that you can find at a drive-through fast food restaurant window. All right, Roxanne, you first.
A speaker where their voice comes out of.
You know, that is a very good guess.
Good answer.
Yeah, but not what I'm looking for. Fester, notable things that you'd find at a fast food drive-through window.
A menu board.
Oh, that's a good answer, but nope. All right, Froggy. Notable things you'd find at a fast food drive-through window.
These days, a credit card machine.
Oh, yeah, like on an arm so you don't touch anybody.
Wait, whoa. What was that?
Nope, that was the buzz saying, no, you're wrong.
Oh.
Well, you would find all of these things there, so we're not wrong.
Yeah, what the hell?
No, that's not what I'm looking for.
You're looking for something more specific.
I'm looking for something specific. All right, so let's go to phones now. Everyone bombed out. Coop, do you want to get in on it? What would you like to guess? Notable things you'd find at a fast food drive-through window.
I would say the person handing you the cash.
Nope.
It's the worst guess I've ever heard.
That's really a bad guess.
All right, let's go to phones. So
Okay.
obviously I'm going to have to rely on the MJ Morning Show listening audience.
Good luck.
What would you find at notable things at a fast food? You got to think maybe a little differently. All right, 800-990-1047. So fire up the phones now. Notable things that you'd find at a fast food restaurant drive-through window.
Is this brand specific?
Nope. It
Like
is
I
not.
only find it at one place, but not another?
Nope. This is across the board. And I've noticed this myself in fact, I deliberately look. I don't want to give too much away. I deliberately look 800-990-1047. What the hell am I talking
It
about?
probably has something to do with like sanitary measures then if you're looking for it.
Let's go to phones. Every line is ringing now. Look at this. 800-990-1047. All right, let's grab the first caller in on this was Annette in St. Petersburg. Annette, welcome to the MJ Morning Show, Q105. Annette, things you'd find notable at a drive-through fast food restaurant. Oh, Annette dropped. Why did Annette drop? Annette went away.
Annette?
All right. Anyway, we'll go to John in Tampa. Hi, John. Welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Good morning, gang.
All right. Something notable that you'd notice at a fast food restaurant.
I noticed customer service.
Interactions with the people there. Okay.
Okay.
Well, decent guess, but nope, that's not what I was looking for.
Looking for
but-
something more tangible?
well, hang on. Let's Jennifer. Jennifer in Tampa. Hello, Jennifer. Things you'd find notable things at a fast food drive-through restaurant.
What about one of those change donation boxes, like under the window?
Oh, the change donation box under the window. That's a very, very good guess. And I would have to say, getting warmer.
Ew.
Getting warmer. not what I'm looking for, but getting warmer.
A change donation box is warmer, but not the answer?
Not the answer. Jennifer, good. Thank you. John is in Bradenton. Hello, John. You're on the MJ Morning Show at Q105. Hello.
Hey, MJ. Yeah, I guess change all over the ground and litter.
You said change all over the ground. Survey says that's what I'm looking for. Guys, I'm telling you right now, and then this is going to actually launch the story.
We should have guessed that. You look for money.
Here's the deal. Seriously, when you're at a drive-through window and you pull up, look on the ground. There is usually change all over the place. Quarters and nickels and pennies and people.
How bad
drop.
do you need money, dude?
What? No, I'm not getting out of my car.
Get like $10 off the ground.
Yeah, well, seriously.
What? All right, so I don't look for that at drive-thrus.
Right.
But
you look for French fries that fell on the ground.
Again. John, screw you, John. John, who the hell are you? That's not that funny.
John found that funny.
John, what are you doing? John, you son of a bitch. All right. Hang up on this guy.
No,
you guys are great.
I'm not hanging up on John.
Thanks, John.
I love John.
All right, no.
Hey, John, hold on a minute. Everyone quiet. John, give me that laugh again. Hey, Fester looks for French fries. All right, thanks, John.
Sounded really phony the second time.
Have a great day.
All right, so look, I've seen change and have picked up change at like the old toll booths where you have to throw your change into the big mouth receiver.
That's another deal. The old-fashioned, exactly. They look like almost like urinals, you know?
Yes, like change urinals.
Yeah.
That you have to pitch your money in as you go. There, I mean, MJ, if I told you there were dollars and dollars and change, there were a lot.
Well, think to like the Crosstown Expressway, even like maybe before it was the Leroy Selman, or maybe when it was the Leroy Selman. You'd get off at some of those exits, and you have to throw the change into the. They look like urinals. They were change urinals, and there was money all over. That's right. Didn't you talk about that on the show years ago?
I mean, I remember like the Ybor City getting on the Crosstown to come back to Gandy. It was like $1.25, and it'd be right there on the floor every time. And Friday night, I'd leave Ybor, I'd pick up the change and throw it in.
That's funny.
That's right.
I would stop before the change urinal, get out of my car, clean the pavement, and I have like $6 in my hand, and then
with all the money,
they go down to that 7-Eleven on Gandy and get a big gulp.
That's like a throwback, you know, before all the easy passes and sun passes and all that. You know, you had to throw the change into those, you know, the non-manned toll booths where you had to throw the change. Those things are gone. I haven't seen those in a long time.
My grandmother was a notorious
B.I.G.?
No, payphone swiper.
Oh, jeez.
She would stick her finger in every payphone change return.
All right. So here's the deal. So the reason why I asked the question about what would you find at a drive-thru, seriously, next time you're at a drive-thru, just look down. Just kind of crick your head out the window and look down. And I'm telling you, there's most likely going to be money on the ground. Change. Well, the reason why I'm bringing this up is this is out of Orem, Utah. Cops arrested a guy for threatening to stab McDonald's employees with a screwdriver. So cops say 38-year-old Lance Derail St. Clair. He's derailed, okay. According to arrest documents, this guy St. Clair, he was collecting change from the ground right outside of the McDonald's drive-thru window because he knows the deal.
Right.
If you're scrounging for money, if you're like, I don't know, if you're a derelict or something, this guy goes to the McDonald's and he's scrounging for coins. McDonald's employees say, sir, please leave the premises. He wouldn't leave. So a male employee goes outside, and that's when the guy pulls out a screwdriver and threatens to stab the guy with a screwdriver if he didn't let him, quote, get his change. I'm getting my change. Leave me alone. I'm getting my change.
You can't really open your door in that position either, so you just sort of got to leave it if you drop it.
So the male employee tries to, like, get the guy off the premises. Then this dude swings the screwdriver at the McDonald's guy. Listen, it's tough enough getting, fast food employees these days anyway. I mean, now you're getting stabbed with screwdrivers potentially. So cops show up. The guy was highly agitated. He continued to threaten the life of the McDonald's employee. The cops are there. He's like, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to stab him with my screwdriver.
I'll kill you.
Yeah. By the way, it's a Craftsman with a lifetime guarantee. So the guy was busted on 2 counts of aggravated assault, commercial obstruction, booked into local jail in Orem, Utah. But when I saw this, the guy scrounging for coins at the drive-thru at the McDonald's because I'm telling you, the ground is loaded with coins a lot of times. So
you got to let that money go. The McDonald's employee should let the guy take the cash and just leave.
You can't get it. You're too close to the building. You can't open your door. It's all manufactured that way.
He wasn't in a car.
Folks, when we get back in minutes. No, this guy was this guy was not in a car. This guy was just some homeless guy or something just wandering and just went to the parking lot. Well, he knows the deal. He know where the money is. All right, when we get back, we'll get into the whole Tom Brady situation. If you haven't heard our Bye, Bye, Bye Brady song and insight, do you think Tom Brady and Giselle are going to stay in the Tampa Bay area? Yeah, we got the answer to that. Hold on. We'll get to that all coming up next and a whole lot more. Day after the Tom Brady retirement, we'll get into Tom. Grab your phone calls about 7:45. But until then, a lot of good filler crap. So hold on, stand by. So you know what? I teased this earlier, and I forgot about it. But I said, "Yep, later today, it's ooh."
Oh.
Any idea what is?
I mean, that's.
And also, you saw me go, and you saw me make my little scrunched up, cringy face, and
That's the international sound effect for one thing.
what would that be?
You're having a physical today?
Yeah, yeah, you're 100%.
That's really oversharing. Do we need to know that?
100% correct. So. Yeah, a couple of weeks back, I went to my my doc for my yearly physical. I went to Dr. L, and I had the blood drawn. They did the ear thing where you got to raise your hand up if you hear the little tone going.
Oh, and you're so good at that. You told us.
So also they hook up the EKG deal. You got to get on the scale. They get a weight. They get your BMI, and so I had my blood drawn, 6 tubes of blood. I also wanted my antibody deal for the whole COVID crap. So today's the follow-up appointment. So today's when
Awesome.
I meet with the doc. He goes over my blood work. So guys, hopefully everything is good. It's typically a good sign if anything is really bad.
They'll let you know.
Yeah, the doctor will
Soon.
call you. Yeah, the doctor will call you right away if anything is really, really bad. So the fact that I had my blood drawn a little over 2 weeks ago, and I'm just having my follow-up appointment today, which includes the yeah. So
hold on.
Yes.
Is that part of the physical coming today?
Yes.
Or did that happen 2 weeks ago?
No, it's today.
It's today because
They really spread it out.
It was prep.
The phlebotomist takes the blood.
Okay, I got it.
So then the doctor can talk to you about
Right.
it.
Takes the blood, and then the office assistants, the nurses, they do a bunch of the other stuff like the hearing, the EKG, the weight, and all that stuff. The doctor today will do the reflex deal where he takes the little rubber mallet and whacks your knee, and and then it's the bend over and the that's at least for guys.
If you do that to my knee, I will kick you in the face.
Really?
I have the most crazy reflexes. Yeah.
Really? Oh, we ought to try that. We ought to put Fester's face
No, his crotch.
just 6 inches.
Just spread his legs right in front and then hit your knee.
We got to put Fester's crotch 6 inches in front of Roxanne's foot, and then
Don't get him too excited.
Yeah, two things. One, I don't want to have Roxanne's foot fall in love. And two,
Please stop.
Sounds
Put
like
it on WikiFeed.
Sounds like a great idea.
I'm gonna see if Dr. L would lend me the little rubber, reflux mallet
Yeah,
hammer.
see if he will, because
Yeah.
I will. People think I'm faking. It's so ridiculous.
I'll bring it in tomorrow. Anyway, so literally right after the show, I got to get out of here. Right at 10, I got to race to the doctor's office and have my little sit down, and then the additional stuff. What are you guys
Nothing.
doing?
He's just annoying me.
Fester wants
Continue.
I'm going to
Don't
tell
say
him.
it. Don't say it. Don't say it. I'm building. And Roxanne's in on it, but I'm not ready to unrail it yet.
I'm not
Nobody's-
really in on it. I'm annoyed by it.
She's annoyed by it.
This is
Hold
awkward.
on. Hold on. What are you guys?
It's super annoying. We can't talk about it.
It's not ready yet.
Whoa.
It's not ready yet.
Well, what are you working on? This is news to me.
It is, and it
So
will
if-
be when I'm ready to unveil it. And Roxanne's reaction was
All right, wait a minute.
uncalled
All
for.
right, so wait a minute. You're working on something that I don't know about yet?
You think I'm a creep?
Yeah, this is. Well,
This is
you
creepy.
brought this up, and I'm.
Whoa, when are you going to reveal whatever this is that I don't know about?
I probably need.
Hopefully never.
Oh, I probably need a week and a couple more
All right,
good days.
Wait a minute. So
A wiki?
Wait a minute. So Roxanne, you know what Fester
Because
is?
I caught him doing what he's planning to do
To whom?
to
To her.
me.
to her.
Just
It's
tell
an
him.
invasion.
All right, so listen, I'm going to give Roxanne a submission on WikiFeet.
And I'm very upset about that.
And I've been collecting Roxanne foot photos for like the last
And that
2
is
weeks.
so creepy.
God,
Fester's taking pictures of her.
You've been secretly taking pictures of Roxanne's feet, and you're going to put her on WikiFeet?
I think Roxanne's feet.
I'm so annoyed by
Oh
this.
my
So,
God! That
Like
is
seriously, it's such an invasion.
You got nice feet, Roxanne.
that is the creepiest thing. You've been taking secret photos of Roxanne's feet, like in sandals, and you're going to post her feet.
Yeah.
Put her on WikiFeet.
I mean, I got some from a couple days ago.
Oh, that is gross. That is.
That might be a HR issue.
Oh, that is absolutely an HR issue.
There she is the other day.
Oh, and black pumps.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
so
will you,
it's not that
oh
gross.
my gosh, this is
Fester's taking
disgusting.
pictures of my feet.
My God, dude.
Listen.
So wait a minute. If you
only
said you
to make-
hold on a minute, why'd you just reveal it? Why'd you just blurt it out if you were working on this?
Well,
because I
now-
caught him.
Well, Roxanne did catch me. She's like, "Are you taking pictures of my feet?" And I'm
That's
like,
exactly how I said it.
yes. Why? I was like, I'm gonna put you on WikiFeet. You're gonna be WikiFeet famous. And she's like,
There
"That's
is
so okay."
there's actually a website called WikiFeet where.
Froggy frequents it.
Of course, I check it every day.
I got these last week.
Well, hold on a minute.
Stop it!
Oh God! All right, so Froggy, you actually
God.
What is that? Let me see.
Look at this one. See? All right.
Give that
so
to me.
Here's where Roxanne. Okay. First of all, here's where
Fester.
Roxanne acts offended.
You need to put those pictures on the website.
See, that makes me so mad. Like if I want my feet photographed, I want to do it myself.
Oh.
I would love some self jobs. Wait, of your feet. I would love. You know what I mean,
folks.
A foot.
This is weird.
To all of our MJ Morning Show listeners, I had no idea this was going on. And I knew something was up because I saw that Roxanne and Fester were having a little powwow off mic.
Well, she caught him taking another picture.
Yeah, so that's what that was. And this has just been revealed to me. I had no idea that Fester has been secretly trying to get pictures of Roxanne's feet. When did you start this? Last
How many
week?
pictures do you
I
have?
started it last Friday. So
He has
not
like
even
10
a week.
pictures.
Well, yeah. I mean, how many do you need for a full WikiFeet?
Only a couple.
Okay, well then I'm opening it up tonight.
Dude, this is gross, an invasion.
I found
It feels so weird.
This is perverted.
Dude,
this
she's
is
going to get a high score, though.
This is intrusive.
This will be probably the #1 clicked site on WikiFeet.
Oh, wait a sec. Froggy, you brought up WikiFeet last week or a week ago because I was talking about the Rooms to Go commercial where Juliana Huff is now, she's got her own like furniture collection at Rooms to Go.
And they show off her feet. It is very obvious what they're doing.
And then you proved to me that her feet sitting on the Rooms to Go couch in the commercial, it's already on this perverted WikiFeet.
It's not perverted.
It's not perverted.
It's for people that enjoy a lovely foot on a woman.
It's a foot appreciation site.
This is crazy.
And Julianne Hough has perfect feet. I think they rank perfect.
I have to figure out how to add a submission. I mean, it can't be that difficult.
All right, guys.
I think you're up there with Juliana, Roxanne.
You guys, with this just spontaneous action that just broke out on the show, you've eaten into all my time here.
Roxanne doesn't get annoyed by much, but she looks pretty annoyed right now.
Yeah, because it feels like an invasion.
It does. It does.
What size are you?
All right, Fester.
For the bio. For the bio.
This is
7 or 7.5.
Love
Okay,
you.
but-
Real offended. Look
listen,
at
Oh,
her.
now you're aiding and abetting. Now you're aiding and
No,
abetting.
I want to at least have this in the appropriate context. But Fester has, I caught him one time, and he has 10 photos.
Yeah, that's weird.
I'm pretty ninja-ish.
I'm going to start taking pictures of your feet,
Yeah.
Fester.
Fester and Ninja just don't seem to go together.
Yeah.
What's up?
Fester,
All
put
right.
your
It's like-
feet on WikiFeet.
It's like
I
Chris
would.
Farley being a ninja.
Dude, I would.
Yeah.
But me with my 9 good toenails and my one that looks like ash.
All right. All right. I'm moving along. Folks, you never know what's going to happen on this show. I don't know what's going to happen on the show, as you've just witnessed with this whole thing. Hey, so West Shore and Gandy yesterday, how the hell did that gasoline tanker truck, how did the guy flip that thing over on its side in the Circle K parking lot?
That's a tight Circle K. That Circle K parking lot's really small.
But wait a minute. It was not Circle K. It was. That's good. I like it. Circle K.
Where do I pump my gas?
So that Circle K has a gas station, obviously, but that truck was not delivering gas to Circle K.
Oh, and I saw the photo. I thought he was
No.
trying to maneuver in the parking lot.
No. That truck had jet fuel in it. That truck seriously, that truck is a Jetstar truck. That's a fuel transport company, Jetstar, and they specialize in delivering aviation fuel. And obviously, Circle K, you don't pull your Cessna up to the pump at Circle K to get some Jet A or aviation fuel. But the truck, looks like the truck was turning. Looks like that if you look at the tire marks, it looks like the truck was turning from Southwest Shore. So it looks like he was coming up from maybe the depot. Isn't there are depots down there?
Yeah, if you go all the way down to West Shore Boulevard, we get to that Picnic Island Park.
Right.
There's big gas
And
areas.
the tankers come in and they offload. You see, if you're out in the bay, you can see the big docks where they offload from the tankers. So it looks like this truck was heading north on Southwest Shore, making a left turn onto Gandy, heading toward the Gandy Bridge, and it looks like there are tire marks, and it might have been going too fast. He flips the truck on its side, and we had a spill. Now, what was the, Rox, what was the total amount of fuel that was spilled? Did you see that in the story?
The total amount of fuel was greater than the number of photos Fester took of my feet. I'm still focused on that. I'm sorry, I haven't been listening. 8,000 gallons. I just found it. 8,000 gallons.
No, 8,000 gallons, what's on the truck. The tanker holds 8,000 gallons, but all 8,000 gallons didn't spill. Was it like 1,200 gallons?
1,200 gallons.
Yeah.
About 1,200 gallons of fuel were recovered.
Yeah, that's what recovered.
Recovered.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yes.
So that means that maybe 6,800 gallons of, where'd the 6,800 gallons of jet fuel go?
Oh, that's going to be floating in the bay this morning.
You know, this could have been, man, that Circle K, that thing could have been blown off the map. That Circle K could have been toasted. But no fire, which thank God. And the tanker driver, he climbed his way out. The tanker driver was okay. But what a mess. South Tampa, again, just a total flipping mess yesterday. Yeah, Coop.
So we have Ron on the line. He's another oil tanker driver, so he has experience driving these vehicles. He kind of has insight on how it flipped.
All right, hang on a minute. Oh, really? All right, so it's Ron?
Yeah, Ron.
Hey, Ron, welcome to the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hello.
Hey, MJ, how you doing?
Doing fine.
These gasoline tankers, if you're trying to turn in a parking lot or anywhere, you can roll them over. It's 5 miles an hour. And because of the way they're designed, they're top heavy.
Oh, yeah.
And that was the name of the company, Jet Fuel, but they were not hauling jet fuel. He was hauling gasoline. But that was the name of the company.
Yeah, because I looked up Jetstar, and it says they specialize in aviation fuel delivery. So they deliver regular gas as well?
Yes.
Gotcha. All right, so, Ron, are you a tanker driver? Is that correct?
Yes, I've been doing it for close to 20 years. I'm driving right now down here. I'm fixing to pull into the Port of Tampa.
All right, fantastic. So, Ron, as I look at the picture at West Shore and Gandy here in South Tampa where this tanker overturned, it looks like I see heavy black tire marks as he's making the turn from Southwest Shore, making a left going westbound on Gandy. It looks like there's a big streak of tire track as he's making the turn, and then it seems that with that turn and trajectory, that makes sense that he then flipped over right into the Circle K parking lot. So how fast should he be taking that turn? 5 miles an hour?
Oh. Now, whenever you take a turn, you need to go real slow because these bad boys can turn over real easy. And if you see big old black marks, I guarantee you he was probably speeding and someone got in front of him and he hit his brakes.
Yeah. Or he was trying to make a light or something.
Because he had a full load. He had just come from the Port of Tampa down at the near MacDill with the what is that called down there?
Port Tampa, yeah.
Yeah, so Port Tampa, yeah. So he must have turned too fast and then rolled that truck right into the Circle K parking lot.
Yeah, because if a car pulls in front of you or whatever, you don't try and get out of his way. You let them hit you. Because if you do anything else, you're now at fault.
Unbelievable.
If someone tries to cut in front of you, let them run into.
All right, so what you've seen so far, most likely he was taking that turn way too fast, is what you would guess.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, Ron, thanks for checking in, buddy. I really appreciate you calling. I mean, it's getting great here. We can talk about anything, and people are just calling in, which, it's like the old MJ Morning Show days. As listen, we're only a year and 3 months bringing the show back, but it's great. Whenever we talk about anything, if you want to add something, folks, 800-990-1047.
I'm glad you said that, because Kurt from Tampa claims to be a witness.
Oh, really?
To the rollover.
Jeez. Wow. Kurt in Tampa, did you see the rollover?
Yeah, I was actually at the intersection of West Shore and Gandy, heading to St. Pete's, and the guy was definitely going pretty fast. Around that corner, he made a pretty wide turn, lost balance, and then splat. And
so you actually saw the fast turn, and you saw the truck roll over into Circle K?
Yeah, it landed on its right side and just kind of skidded a little bit, and I just thought to myself, "Oh!" I was thinking Terminator 2 explosions, fire, all that stuff. So I wanted to get out of there, but no, he definitely made a pretty wide turn, and he was not going 5 miles an hour.
So you were going westbound on Gandy toward the bridge?
That's correct.
What position car were you? Were you first at the light, second, third at the light?
I was like second car.
Yeah, that's right in front of the 7-Eleven off to the right, correct? Yep.
Do you have a vehicle cam?
I do not.
Oh, man, I wonder if anyone caught this.
Yeah.
Or if, do they have cameras at the intersections?
Of course they do,
But
yeah.
do they record those, or are they just for monitoring?
Yeah, they recorded when tanker trucks roll over. Yes. Yeah.
Hey, that was a good reenactment of your emotions during that.
Believe me, I was just thinking of all those movie scenes where just a little scratch and the truck explodes. So I did not hang around there. I just zipped right by it. And
so you passed.
Wait a minute. So it's on its side, and you drove by it. You didn't make like a left or a right onto West Shore. You drove right by the overturned tanker.
I had an appointment to make.
I mean, I know those tankers are pretty secure, but if that would have exploded, 8,500.
8,000 gallons.
8,000 gallons of gas is a big
you
explosion.
You think they have to reinforce those tanks just for such an occasion?
Yeah. Anyway, hey, great eyewitness report, Kurt. You saw it. Did you? So you didn't stop. So I wonder if the cops want to talk to you.
I guess they can play back this recording.
Kurt, do you want to, off the air, you want to leave us your number just in case TPD or, whoever calls us?
I can't really. I just got to work, so I got to go, guys.
All right.
That's what I'm talking about. He's got to catch breakfast.
Kurt has warrants.
See you later, Kurt. I don't want to get involved.
Kurt has warrants. I don't want to talk to no cops.
Kurt, great call. I mean, look, we have an eyewitness that witnessed the thing turn over that just called in.
Apparently. What was that?
What was that?
I told Coop to grab his hit that again. That was Kurt just a few seconds ago. That was Kurt reacting to the truck flipping over. Kurt made this noise.
That's almost like the "Oh God" of the old man that saw you crash.
The holy God.
Holy God.
Holy God.
That's the new holy God.
It is.
Oh.
When the police come to Kurt's house later to serve him those outstanding warrants.
I'm out of here.
I don't want to talk to the cops.
Anyway, what a mess, though. South Tampa was a mess. The Gandy Bridge was closed. Hey, St. Pete police over on the St. Pete side, they closed off the bridge. So you couldn't even they closed it off. You had to make a U-turn. So all that traffic got pushed onto the Howard Franklin, and I'm sure some made its way to the Courtney Campbell. But Howard Franklin, which is typically a mess during rush hour anyway, can you imagine all that Gandy traffic now having to go to the Howard Franklin? And then the Selman, the upstairs on the Selman was closed. That new top deck was closed, and they finally opened that up. But and that's open now, but still. West Shore and Gandy, it's still closed.
This morning?
Yeah, I believe that it is still closed from go ask Pat. Hey, Coop, can you ask Pat real quick? But I thought the latest was it was still closed.
Yeah, I just typed up a Tampa traffic map, and it has the red no-go.
Yeah, right there at just so you can go like north on West Shore.
It's closed until noon.
Is that what it says? Road closure until estimate of noon. Yeah. So it's right at that Circle K moving west toward the bridge is still closed. The upper, so if you want to use the Gandy, you got to get upstairs. You got to go up on the upper level to bypass the Circle K where the tanker truck turned over.
Drop an upper decker.
What a mess. All right, listen. So let's, two things that have developed here on the show that I didn't think we could get all those calls, but it was great.
1 gallon of gasoline, compressed gasoline, is equal to 16 sticks of dynamite.
What? What?
Okay.
What? Texter just sent that.
I don't really. I don't.
Yeah.
See,
I don't know if that's true.
We go to Wikipedia for information. Roxanne goes to Texterpedia. If you're listening, you can text us, and Roxanne will believe anything you say.
All right. Before I get to Tom Brady,
I have some information on that. I got a bunch of information for you.
Do you really?
From texters.
All right, before we get to Tom Brady, no, I brought up this woman. And the boobs at Universal. And Rox, do you have the image on your screen?
I do.
All right, and then for all the folks that didn't hear this, we'll get into the boobs in a second. I just want to play this because I don't want the early crowd to miss.
The GOAT is officially done. Tom Brady, the 7-time Super Bowl winning quarterback, announced his retirement.
Brady. Bye, 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 bye.
10 Super Bowls. 7 wins.
Bye, bye.
MVP of 5 of them.
Oh, 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 oh. I heard the news today. Tom Brady's gone away. It's all over Tampa Bay. Tom Brady, come on. We'll miss you endlessly. No more Sunday victories. We hate to have you leave and go on your own. I know it's not the same no more. It ain't no lie. We hate to see you out that door. Brady, bye, bye, bye. 'Cause we won another ring or two. Just the best player that we ever knew. We will miss you and it ain't no lie. Brady, bye, bye, bye.
Bye-bye, Brady. And we'll get into Brady in just a moment. I just know a lot of people, get out of their cars, getting to work around 8, so I just wanted to play that before we get into Brady. So a full Brady chunk coming up in a moment. I want to grab calls. First, though, I promoted this big-breasted story from Universal. And, Rox, do you have the image in front of you? Did I ask you?
Yes, I have it. I'm looking at it right now.
So this woman who claims to be a model.
Oh, she is.
Yeah. She wore this ridiculous, like a sports bra with, what size would you say her chest is? Like 36D, 36E?
I think she's probably an E or an F.
She's a very busty.
She's an F.
Very busty.
Her chest is enormous. All right. So this model claims that she was at Universal Studios over in Orlando. Whitney Page Venable is her name. 26 years old. Apparently she's from Florida. And is she like an OnlyFans model? Is that her deal? Is that what she's doing?
Aren't they all?
I mean, if she isn't, she should be.
So describe what you see. Rox, first of all.
You're putting it on me.
I want to get your opinion here. You're the woman in the room. Do you think that top was acceptable to wear to Universal Studios?
We're talking about the white top?
The white top. That's what she was wearing at Universal. It's the white top.
How hot was it? Was it hot outside? Did she have to take her top? Oh, okay. Well, this is how you describe what I'm looking at right now. It looks like a butt. That's how low cut the bra is. It looks like someone's butt is on her chest. Doesn't it?
That's cleavage.
But it's like really a lot. It's deep cleavage.
Deep cleavage.
Deep cleavage, enormous boobs, and she's wearing this tiny little. Is that a what is that? That's just a sports bra. What is?
It's a sports bra, but it's one of those. It's a scoopy sports bra. It's not like one that actually covers. Like a lot of sports bras will go to your. What is this called here? I just forgot. It's not your collarbone's way up here, but is your sternum?
Where?
What's this right here?
What are you pointing?
These bones right here.
Yeah, it's like it's your sternum. It's middle of your chest.
So usually a sports bra will kind of come up to that point, and this does not come up there. It's scoopy.
This sports bra offers no top support because they're all out.
Yeah, they're all out. I mean, you can see everything except her nipples.
Yeah, this is clearly by design. She wants everyone to look at her giant boobs. There is only one reason why she went in this top. She wants people to look at her giant chest. She wants guys to, like, turn around and stare, much to the chagrin of their wives and girlfriends that they're with. She clearly is.
I would stare because you can't not stare. Like, it's an eyesore.
Right. Coop, do you have this image? Do you have the story up on our website?
Story's going up right now, yes.
All right, so we'll have this story up so you can go to mjmorningshow.com in just a few minutes. Give it a second for it to propagate. Coop's putting it online now. So we'll have this at mjmorningshow.com, and you can see what this woman wore. Now, the image you're looking for in the story, there are multiple images. She's got some modeling shots that apparently made it into the story. It's the white low-cut top with and she's wearing like a foam green, like, biker shorts.
Okay, the color is mint.
Okay, she's wearing minty like tight spandex. Everything about her is look at me, look at my body, look at my butt, look at my giant rack at Universal Studios Orlando.
So what tool complained about this?
Well, the security folks. It was the park employees told her that she was showing too much. Here, listen to her. This is her.
Going to Universal. Are you excited? Yes. So I guess my top is inappropriate for Universal. We're having a problem right now.
No, we just got to take it down.
So apparently I have to go change into a more appropriate top, even though I've seen a lot of people here and sports bra looking tops.
All right, so she's talking about other people, but you heard that was her shooting video at Universal, where she then, first video was like, the first thing you heard, oh, we're at Universal, yay. And then it cuts to, like, other videos that she took, and the final one was like, they're saying my top is inappropriate for Universal. Listen, she had one thing in mind, and that was to get people to notice her giant boobs and to stare, and, for guys to ogle at her boobs. That's it.
So she never made it into the park. They stopped her at the ticketing area.
I don't know exactly where they stopped her. Listen, we've talked about Disney. If you have something that's inappropriate at Disney, like if women have low-cut tops and their boobs are hanging out, Disney will give you a voucher, actually, to go into the gift shop to buy they'll give you a Disney T-shirt for free to cover up.
So one time at Disney, I ripped my shorts, like just ripped the whole crotch right out of them, and they gave me a pair of shorts.
Did they really?
Yeah, they gave me a pair. It was like basketball shorts. I had khaki shorts on, but they said, "Here, find something that you like, and you can."
They they usually use it to cover the ball at Epcot.
It was a tarp they used for Dumbo.
It's the Epcot jockstrap.
Dumbo's not using this anymore.
All right, so Whitney Page Venable, she's 26 years old. She's from here in Florida, went to Universal, and she says that she was shocked the way she was treated by the staff. She says that an employee informed her that she would have to cover up her cleavage if she wanted to be let into the park. Okay, so they apparently wouldn't let her in. She was at the ticket area or getting ready to go through the turnstiles, and they said she had to cover up. She said, I felt humiliated. I felt embarrassed. She has 1.6 million followers on Instagram. So she's just one of these, Instagram, TikTok famous folks, right?
Yeah, I think it's impossible to say you feel embarrassed by being called out when you have the bravery to wear something like that.
All right, can I get your unvarnished opinion as an adult female in the room on the MJ Morning Show?
Mm-hmm.
When I brought this up to Michelle, she said, you don't want to sound like you're too sexist on this. So I want to hear your unvarnished.
Do you want me to sound sexist?
No. I want your unvarnished opinion as a woman.
I've never heard anybody use the word unvarnished
so many times.
I mean, other than some guys maybe working like lumber yards.
All right, so I want your
unvarnished.
I want your unvarnished opinion.
All right, the varnish.
Let's
is
not
inside.
talk about unvarnished wood.
Go ahead.
Let's talk about my unvarnished. I got some unvarnished wood to talk about.
All right, Rox, go ahead.
Are there any water rides at Universal Studios? Because I would want her to be on that ride with me because they could be flotation devices if something went wrong with the ride.
I would want her on the ride for a completely different reason.
I think you'd want her on an airplane next to you in case of a water landing.
Okay, if I was there with my family and I'm walking in and I see her, I'm just like, I'm not like covering my children's eyes or anything because that's life. You see people who dress like that. I mean, if that's what she wants to do, that's her business. But I can totally see why Universal would be like, okay, it's a family place. Let's cover this big butt on your chest up.
Well, take a look. The image is up at mjmorningshow.com. Also, look at her makeup. Look at her face. She's just way overdone.
Okay.
I mean, she's got
It's her look.
like a month's worth of makeup on her face in one day.
She looks amazing. Okay, she looks fantastic.
It's a little too manufactured looking for me.
I've never seen a better reason to open up a theme park and invite her than this right here. And that is varnished.
Good one.
She also says that she was banned by Twitter last year because of her inappropriate pictures. So does she do nude stuff? I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, Universal Studios, they were asked for comment, and I guess they haven't commented yet on this deal. So let's move into this. So if you want to see it, mjmorningshow.com. Go see this woman that we're talking about with the giant boobs who had to cover up before she could be let in. But she was screaming, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at my body, look at my boobs, look at me, look at me. So
she's asking for people to motorboat her. That's my unvarnished opinion.
Okay, what would that sound like, Roxanne?
I'm not the sound effects person in here.
It would just be
just like that.
It's a little more muffled.
All right, on to Tom Brady. I want to go to phones on this. What do you mean it's more muffled?
Well, there's such a deep cleavage. It'll be like,
Stop. All right, on to Tom Brady. I'd like to invite our MJ Morning Show listeners to pop in. Your thoughts on the Tom Brady retirement, any aspect, because we're going to have listeners and callers that might have angles that we haven't thought of. So your thoughts on Tom Brady, your thoughts on the Bucs going forward. Was it the general manager? Was it Jason Light, who's the general manager? Did he say something like that? This is not going to be a rebuilding situation for the Bucs. It's going to be reloading or something. He made some kind of a statement like that. And with Tom Brady leaving and then all of the other free agents and the folks that are probably not going to be back, it sounds like the Bucs might be in a rebuilding situation. All right, let's go to phones on this as well. Your thoughts. You want to weigh in on the Tom Brady retirement news that hit yesterday? 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. What do you think about the Bucs going forward? What do you think about the retirement? What do you think about the way that it happened? He was on the podcast the night before, Monday night, and then at 9:40 a.m. yesterday, roughly, Tom Brady announces on Instagram. We were in the literal last minutes of the MJ Morning Show yesterday, and Roxanne's like, oh, breaking news. So I hit all the sound effects. Oh, breaking news. Oh, my goodness. Tom Brady retiring. And I proceeded to read this long retirement statement from Tom Brady. And Giselle has followed up. All right, we'll grab calls here in a second. So any aspect of the Brady retirement, we'd love to hear from you. What do you think it means for the Bucs? Are you going to lose interest a little bit? Does this set us back? I mean, it was such an injection to have Brady come to this team. So what are your thoughts on the Brady retirement? Do you think that Tom Brady and Giselle are going to stay in town? 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047 is how you get in. And I'm going to tell you right now on whether I think they're staying in town. Yeah, Rox.
Well, I have all that information.
You have what information?
On them staying in town or not. Okay. They are building a home in Indian Creek. It's only about 40 home sites. It's in Miami.
Yeah. We had that story months ago. Remember?
Yeah, and I'm just specifying the neighborhood.
Yep. They bought the land last year. And that was a big story that Tom and Giselle had purchased this really expensive piece of property. Don't they call it like Millionaire's Island or something?
Here's who's on it. Rick Pitino, Julio Iglesias.
Julio Iglesias? That's amazing.
To all the girls I've loved before.
I'll do the Willie Nelson part.
How about Enrique?
All right, go ahead.
Adriana Lima, which is interesting because that's probably Giselle's friend. And then the home sites are all on water, and then they're on that Indian Creek golf course is in the middle, and it's a really high-end fancy course.
All right.
They're not staying in Tampa Bay, folks.
They're not in Tampa right now.
Yeah. There is no way in hell that they're staying here.
But they're too good for Tampa?
Well,
Is that what
you
you're
know
saying?
what? Listen, I don't want to say this, but I'm going to say it. I think that Giselle needs more of a South Beach scene, more of a a cosmopolitan feel.
Well, she is a model,
and I had heard through sources that Giselle didn't find that here in the Tampa Bay area. So, all right, I'm going to weave some phone calls. I got a lot to cover here.
What they have is the Herberich.
Does she not know that we have like 5 Dick's Sporting Goods in this town?
I've got the Giselle statement. We read the Tom Brady statement yesterday, and of course, one of the big lines in the Tom Brady announcement was, "I'm not going to make that competitive commitment anymore," which means that he's retiring. I'm not going to make that competitive commitment anymore. I'll get to Giselle's statement. Giselle put out a statement after Tom's retirement. All right, let's go to phones. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. You want to weigh in on Tom Brady's retirement? What do you think this means for the Bucs? What do you think it means for the team? Any aspect, any angle that we're not thinking about regarding the departure of Tom Brady. Love to hear from you. 800-990-1047. Chad is in Sarasota. Chad, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Welcome.
Good morning. How you guys doing today?
Doing well. Your thoughts, please.
I am glad that he did it before that February 4th cutoff mark, because if he had waited till after to where he got the $15 million and then bolted, he would have looked like a chump and his fan base would have dropped.
All right, now here's the deal. The reports are, though, that February – now, all the reports were out for days that Tom Brady had to wait until February 4th or later to retire, or else he would lose $15 million in signing bonus money. However, Chad, you're still operating on the old information because the reports are that was erroneous. So apparently he's still going to get the $15 million. Let me share with you here. This came from, multiple sources, including Pro Football Talk, The Athletic, and it says one of the final lingering mysteries of Tom Brady's retirement, what happens to that bonus money, because when he signed 2 years with the Bucs, there was a $20 million signing bonus. He took $5 million up front and deferred apparently $15 million until February 4th. That's the report that's been out there, and he'd be owed $15 million after February 4th. Now, apparently that's a rumor, and now you've got sites like Pro Football Talk and The Athletic saying that is inaccurate, that it is wrong, that on February 4th, the Bucs would owe him $15 million, deferred from that $20 million. The rumor has been out there, but multiple sites are saying it is not true, that the Bucs must send that money to Brady regardless. They could ask for it back since Brady is not playing out the duration of the contract extension that he signed, which was the additional year for next year. And, some are saying that, Tom ought to maybe give some of it back, that maybe Tom keeps $10 million and gives $10 million back to the Bucs. I don't know.
They're going to be fine. Everybody's going to be fine either way.
Yeah. But, Chad, that's the update there on the money. Apparently, that rumor about the $15 million in February 4th is inaccurate. Chad, thanks for the call. I appreciate it. Let me grab Karen in Tampa. Hello, Karen. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hi there.
Hi, Karen. Your thoughts, please, on Brady's retirement.
I said I'll once again be able to afford Buccaneer tickets.
I once again might be able to afford Buccaneers tickets. That's right. I mean, everything was sold out. And now with Brady leaving, is that going to open up plenty of seats that people will be able to go again and not maybe get hit hard on the aftermarket prices, et cetera, right? Or maybe regular tickets will be available at the box office again.
I saw that there were season ticket holders waiting for Brady's announcement before they renewed their tickets for the next season.
That's true. That is a good point, Fester. So how many season ticket holders might drop off now because Brady left?
And you might as well say Brady and the Gronk are retiring because, he won't be back either without Brady.
Yeah, we don't think Gronk's going to be back either. Thanks for the call, Karen. But that's a good point. She thinks maybe she'll be able to afford tickets again. All right, 800-990-1047. What angle? See, Karen had a whole different angle there. I didn't even think of that. So that's perfect.
Well, I have a whole different angle. Am I the only one who's like, I've moved on? I mean, I'm really happy with what he did, and he won the Bucs a Super Bowl, but I'm like, I just want to, who's our next person?
Well, I've got the list of possibilities. We can get into that in a second. If you want to call in, 800-990-1047, 800-990-1047. Are we missing an angle on this? Or what are your thoughts? Mike is next, and Brandon. Hello, Mike, MJ Morning Show.
Good morning. Hello. I think you guys lasered it with him going to Miami. Everything about his retirement has been, all the verbiage has been about his family, been about spending more time with them. I think it's Gisele's time. I think he's going to be focused on her career in South Beach for the future, but I do think he'll end up in California or will land somewhere as a GM or some sort of advisor job. He loves the game. He's always loved the game. He will be a part of football for the future. So I think we don't see the end of Tom Brady in the NFL, but as a player, we do.
Right, and then some were saying, would he end up being a head coach somewhere? And then folks are saying initially, no.
Probably be an owner or something.
That's like too much work, because that's really a full-time job year-round, and that's like 15, 16, 17-hour days if you're a head coach. And I don't think Brady wants to do that, especially if he's talking about spending more time with the family. You wouldn't do that.
You could buy a team.
Yeah. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm going to tell you right now. Hey, anything else, Mike?
I do think Jason Light has a great plan in getting a certain quarterback out of Green Bay.
Yeah, so the Aaron Rodgers deal. So Aaron Rodgers' name has been thrown around.
Are you kidding me?
Listen, it's
We're
almost
just going to be the team that gets old quarterbacks?
Yes, that's it.
What are we doing?
Hey, and Garoppolo, that's another name that's being tossed around, that Garoppolo from San Francisco could be. But listen, after Tom Brady, you got to try to bring in a name versus, a no name. You got to follow up with.
Even just to hold the season ticket holders, just like you just mentioned.
Yep. All right, buddy. Thanks for the call. But listen, I'm not beating around the bush here. I noticed as I was watching TV media last night, a lot of the local stations were like, well, will Tom Brady stay in the Tampa Bay area? The fans hope so. Folks, I'm going to just cut to the chase. I'm telling you right now, Tom Brady and Gisele, they are gone, and they're not coming back to the Tampa Bay area. They're going to South Beach, Miami. Good. They're going to that Millionaires Island, and they're out.
And that's really unfortunate because in the 2 years they've been here, they've never taken me up on my offer to go out to, Tijuana Flats or anything like that. Never. Not once. So, deuces, T. Deuces.
All right, let's grab, how about Dave quickly? Dave's in Tampa. Dave, welcome to the MJ Morning Show on Q105.
Thanks, MJ, for having me on. I was just telling Coop, the billboards and all that fanfare there on the Dale Mabry's got to come down. All that TB12 marketing, all those things that we see every day, that's all going to be gone here in a couple of days. They're going to restart marketing the whole team with a new picture and everything. The face of the team is gone.
Yeah, pretty obvious.
I mean, they redo the stadium logos every year. I mean, it's probably going to be up for a couple more months, I'd imagine. But yeah, in time they'll put new faces
up. He's not the franchise anymore, so they're going to have to go with a new face, whoever that ends up being.
3 seasons ago, they had Jameis Winston's face on the side of the stadium. They'll have new players on the side of the building. Don't worry.
Flipowitz.
He's a consideration for the replacement.
No way.
Maybe.
No way. No way.
Hold on, I was talking to Coop. What did you say?
I don't think.
Hold on, what did he say?
We've talked about Jameis Winston possibly being a replacement quarterback.
You know what? Jameis Winston is on the list of possibilities, but I don't think that would be. I don't think so.
The fans wouldn't put up with it. The fans would say no way.
I think the only way that I would consider Jameis, maybe if he Maybe rolled into Publix and grab the whole batch of crab legs again. What do you think?
Dude, he was totally put together on that.
You think so?
The guy at Publix gave it to him.
Yeah,
Then
I know.
Okay, it's not like
an arrangement.
Hey, Dave, thanks for the call. All right, if you're on hold, hang on. Oh, and then we got to get into a follow-up on the flat tire story. So hold on. A follow-up on the flat tire story that we did yesterday, which was unbelievable. Just a couple of other things here with Brady. The Giselle message. So we read the whole Tom Brady retirement thing on the air yesterday when it broke just after 9:40 a.m. yesterday. Giselle put up a social media post that says, "What a ride at Tom Brady. So many memories. When I met you over 15 years ago, I didn't know the first thing about football, but cheering for you and seeing you do what you love most made me learn about this wonderful game to the point that I seriously believed I knew more than the referees. We always had a special champions playlist for every drive on our way to the game. As a family, we always prayed for you, celebrated and supported you in every game, cheered every win, and suffered with every loss. I'm so proud of you and of everything that you've had to overcome physically and emotionally over the years. I'm in awe of your dedication and of everything you've achieved. You love what you do, and you leave behind a legacy that is a beautiful example for future generations. You are the most dedicated, focused, and mentally tough person I've ever met.
Oh, my gosh.
You never once complained. This is a love letter. This is actually very sweet.
This is ridiculous.
It is not, Froggy. You never once complained over the years about all the bruises and aches and pains. You just kept focusing on your goal to go out there and be the best leader there was to all of your teammates. I know how excited you are about the next chapter in your life, watching you work so hard in your football career and seeing the dedication you are now putting into all your new endeavors is incredibly inspiring. There is nothing you can't achieve.
Oh, my gosh. Why are they so wordy?
This is a little long-winded.
It's almost over. It's almost over.
Edit.
Two more lines. I have always been there for you. Okay. You know that. And I'm as excited as you are for what the future holds. Words can't really express. Well, you've used a lot of words.
Yeah, a bunch of words, Giselle.
Save it for the Hallmark card. Jesus. Can't take
it. Oh, my God. Just save it for the docuseries.
I've got the last sentence, guys.
Okay, give it to me now, for the love of God.
Words. Giselle's letter. Words can't really express how grateful I am to everyone who has been so supportive of my husband and our family for so many years. With all my love, Giselle.
These two are chatty birds. My gosh.
You ever heard of editing?
I mean, yesterday, Brady has a 9-page retirement speech and thanks everybody in the world but the team he was with for 2 decades.
Right. And of course, just wrapping up with that, and we got to move into the whole tire situation and a little follow-up. But Boston radio hosts, the Boston Sports Radio gang, they were livid yesterday that Tom Brady did not mention the Patriots.
Yeah, everybody in that town's pretty salty this morning.
All right, one more call. Let me grab Ronnie is in Tampa. Hello, Ronnie. Final word on this. Go ahead.
Hey, MJ. Since Tom Brady moved to Tampa, my rent has gone up about 30%.
Look at you know what? Those stories are all over the place, how Tampa Bay is a hot market and our rents are through the roof and home prices. You know what? That is a great point. I wonder if...
Brady, I love you. I'm a fan, but I can't pay my rent, man, if you stay.
Yeah.
Wow. So I wonder if Tom Brady leaving is going to cause rents now to drop in the Tampa Bay area. That is a great point. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. All right. I got to get Chip Osowski on the line. Now, you know who Chip is, right? Chip Osowski?
Before you get to that, breaking news about Gandy.
Yes.
Pat says that it's going to be closed for a couple days, possibly.
What?
Whoa. There was a fuel spill, they realized.
We know that. Yes, they apparently the thousands of gallons spilled.
They knew that when they smelt all the fuel and saw it pouring out of the side of the tanker yesterday.
They smelt it?
They smelt it.
They smelt it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did they dealt it?
Let me get Chip Osowski on the phone. Chip is a longtime reporter at News Channel 8, and he interviewed me yesterday. 813-9.
Interviewed for what?
You didn't see me on TV last night? I was on Channel 8.
No, I only watch Avery Cotton on Channel 8.
Only watch Avery Cotton.
Channel 8, this is Chip.
Hey, Chip, it's MJ and the crew live. How you doing, buddy?
Doing well. How are you?
Fantastic. All right, let me go ahead. I want to play the story that ran on Channel 8. Man, this got a lot of coverage. This ran at 4:08. It ran at 5:45. It ran at 7 o'clock. It's on the website. Man, this is a big story for you guys. All right, here's
I mean, it got a lot of traction. We got a lot of comments, a lot of good feedback.
Oh, absolutely. All right, let me play the story. And, folks, if you were listening to the show yesterday, I mentioned about this roofing company truck that spilled nails all over the road. And this is in St. Pete, and you had a bunch of drivers that rolled over nails. And these were roofing nails with the big, like, washer-sized head on it, where they tack the paper into the roofs of houses. And a whole, like, 25-pound box of nails, thousands of nails. I was told by the roofing company afterward, John, who called, I called him back, there were like 7,000 nails in this box.
Oh, my God.
Crazy. All right, here's the story, and here's why the MJ Morning Show got mentioned on Channel 8 after we talked about the Channel 8 story. Here, listen to what happened on Channel 8 last night.
Woman sent us a picture of one of her tires. Just look at it. Those are all roofing nails, if you can believe it.
She contacted 8 on Your Side thinking she would never know who was responsible for the damage to her car, but she was wrong. News Channel 8's Chip Osowski joins us now live from ABC Supply in Tampa and picks up the story from there. Chip.
Well, good evening to you both. An unusual second chapter to this story. This morning, one of the managers at this company called into the MJ Morning Show on Q105 to report that one of his drivers was responsible after MJ featured our story on his show. So you're out $318.
Yes, and spent a half a day in a rainy, wet, cold tire place getting them fixed.
James Carter is one of the drivers who hit the nails. He's hopeful he will now get at least some of his money back.
I'm just hoping that they will come. They said they was going to take care of it. I hope they do. And then Channel 8, the other people has really pitched in to try to help this get worked out.
The incident happened last Tuesday around 10 a.m. on Pasadena Avenue in St. Petersburg. When MJ, host of the MJ Morning Show on Q105, saw our story, it reminded him of an incident on the Howard Franklin Bridge.
There were 36 or so cars pulled over on the Howard Franklin and on 275 with flat tires. And when I saw the story on the Channel 8 website, it resonated.
MJ never dreamed one of his next callers, a manager at ABC Supply in Tampa, would accept responsibility.
John, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hi.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Doing well.
Just heard you talking about those dump nails. It wasn't a vandal or nothing like that. Our driver didn't secure the box of nails, and they fell off as he turned a corner, and we've replaced the tires on 4 cars already.
It was a really stand-up thing to do. We're talking about the story, and John just calls in to our studio lines here at Q105 and says, hey, it was our truck.
I so appreciate someone doing that.
All right, so that's a good chunk of the report. Let me bring Chip. Chip's the reporter. Chip Osowski from News Channel 8 is on the line. And Chip, the fact that John from the roofing company, it's ABC Supply, and they're huge. They have like 800 locations nationwide. I think they're one of the biggest roofing supply companies for the trade in the country. And you also, Chip, you were shocked that the manager called in and took responsibility.
Well, yeah, you and I were discussing yesterday. This was just absolutely amazing. I mean, we did the story, the 8 on Your Side story, the day before, and the woman that contacted us, we're an advocacy station. We do stories, voice for the voiceless, that type of thing. She thought no one would take responsibility. So when you played our story, and then this guy calls in, I was like, I couldn't believe it. It would be so easy for someone to just, walk away and, no harm, no foul, nobody saw anything, that sort of thing. But this guy called into your show, and it was crazy. I couldn't believe it.
Also, Chip, we found out that the company had already gone to work and they had already replaced tires. So they were proactive before they came out and they admitted it was their company live on my show yesterday. they had already gone to work, and they were trying to make drivers whose tires were ruined whole, and they already replaced, apparently, 4 drivers' tires. And didn't your report say that one woman had like 70-something nails in a tire?
That was the woman that originally reached out to us.
Yeah.
72 nails in one tire, and countless others in the other tire. She had to replace all 4 tires. She's out like $800.
That's crazy.
And she contacted me yesterday, and she said that this company's ABC Supply insurance company had already reached out to her and was working on her claim. So that's how quickly they're working on it.
You know, Chip, this is Fester. Just a really incredible job yesterday being the lead story at 5, 6, and 11. Because nothing else happened yesterday, right? There was no other story.
This was bigger than the whole Tom Brady announcement. This is the biggest thing going. They had the chopper in the air, by the way. Well, what was that, Chip?
Anything else happening yesterday? This was in my world.
It was a really slow news day outside of MJ getting the manager of ABC Roofing Supply.
Hey, and the guy just called in. See, that's the beauty of the MJ Morning Show. And, you know, with us relaunching the show just over a year ago, I mean, we're really starting to, hit our stride. And, the magic of the old MJ Morning Show is really coming back as we continue to gel with this triumphant return of the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Anyway, Chip, I'm going to let you roll, but what I think we both agree on, that ABC Roofing and John the manager, a total stand-up thing to do, absolute good members of the community, and I think it says a lot about how they operate, that they did the right thing. And in a world where a lot of folks don't do the right thing, ABC Roofing Supply, they did the right thing.
You're absolutely right. And I just want to thank you guys for what you guys did, bringing this story to light. And I want to just thank our news director, Dave Filiverti, and Mark Higgins for keeping our mission alive.
Sounds great, buddy. Thanks, Chip.
All right. Take care, guys.
All right. Bye-bye.
Breaking news.
Uh-oh, more breaking news from Roxanne.
Tom Brady is unretired.
No. This isn't as monumental as yesterday, but it's football related.
Okay.
What that?
Washington has come up with their new team name.
I said it yesterday. It's the Washington Insurgents. Yeah, folks, the new Washington football team. Ladies and gentlemen, the Washington Insurgents. It was between that and the Washington Rioters, but they've chosen the Washington Insurgents. Breaking news, so the former Washington Redskins, then the Washington football team, will now be known as the Washington Insurgents. Anything else you want to add?
Insurgents also / commanders. Commanders.
All right. Yeah. They're not. Yeah, they're not going to be the Insurgents. That's a bad joke.
We're the Commanders.
Yeah, they're the Commanders. Did you see that Channel 4? I think NBC4 in Washington. Did you see they had a chopper in the air and they zoomed into
the side of the stadium?
Yeah, they zoomed in, and inside, like some hallway, there was already a banner up inside behind windows that said Washington Commanders. So that was yesterday. Yeah.
Oh, was it?
The
Okay.
Washington Commanders.
Well, but also Joe Theismann. A couple of days ago.
He spilled the beans on some sports show.
Yeah, 2 days ago, Joe Theismann spilled the beans that it was going to be the Washington Commanders. So
Come on,
remember,
Joe.
a couple of months ago, Boomer
Esiason?
Boomer Esiason, he said that he thought it was going to be the Washington Admirals. Not far away. I mean, Admirals, Commanders.
Sounds better than Commanders.
I'm guessing they probably considered the Admirals as well.
No, then you can make all the rear admiral jokes. And
you know what?
You don't want to be the tight end on the rear admirals. No, forget it. No, that's a bad name.
But I wonder, there might be a Southeastern Virginia Tidewater, Hampton Roads. There might be an Admirals down there, like hockey, or I don't know.
How could you own the name of a team just like a mascot name?
Well, you can,
but that's ridiculous.
No, that's why the Washington Redskins, they had trouble finding a replacement name, is because they couldn't infringe. There were a lot of names they wanted. There was a story out like a year or two ago that they had a choice, but they couldn't get around the trademarks because of other teams using the name.
You should not be able to trademark the name of a team. There's 1,000 million high school teams named the Tigers or the Eagles. And there's major league teams named the Eagles. I don't understand how.
Let's move on.
Why don't you investigate that and give us a
You know
full
what?
report?
Give me a full report. All right, let's move on.
You didn't use my joke.
Let's talk about the humongous brawl at the Golden Corral in Pennsylvania.
This is the best story of the day.
Finally, some real news on this show.
Somebody's head gets shoved in the chocolate fountain. That's all I care
Oh,
about.
my God. All right, we got two crazy things to talk about for you. Folks, you don't want to miss this. First, we got to do Golden Corral. And then, did you see the video of the car flipped over? Coop, do you have that? Do you have the video up on our website? Is it up now? Of the
It's
car?
ready to go whenever.
I just put it up now because
Okay.
I want to bring it up here in the studio. So get that up. First, though, Golden Corral. There was listen to this. This is in Bensalem, Pennsylvania. Friday night was a melee for the ages inside Golden Corral. The chocolate fountain got knocked over.
Oh, no.
You know what?
I don't know. Do they still, during COVID times, they still have the chocolate fountain? Is that thing still spewing what looks like raw sewage?
Okay, first of all, the chocolate fountain is
It's a geyser.
delicious.
Yeah.
And I have not been to the Golden Corral since the pandemic started.
All right, so
You did see a guy sneeze right in it, though, didn't you?
I did.
well, this is crazy. Golden Corral, Bensalem, Pennsylvania. A former employee of the restaurant says that he was told the fight may have happened after a customer became enraged when the buffet ran out of steak.
Oh, my gosh.
You're the Golden Corral. You have one job. Don't run out of steak. Don't run out of popcorn shrimp. And don't stop that chocolate fountain from pumping. That's it.
That's it. So, video went viral. So, CBS in Philly got a hold of this video that someone took from inside the Golden Corral during the melee. They were throwing punches. They were throwing chairs. You know the kids' wooden high chairs?
Those things are weapons,
yeah.
man.
Oh,
Dangerous.
Somebody is holding one of the kids' wooden high chairs in the air, getting ready to crack somebody over the head with it.
That's equivalent to getting hit by 4 bats at the same time.
I think that was 4. Oh, my.
Those things are heavy as hell, too.
I mean, this is crazy. Also, those high chairs at restaurants are the most germ and gunk infested. Ugh.
Not the Golden Corral. They're clean there.
Oh, those things are nasty. Oh, man.
Mashed potatoes layered.
Anyway, the Bensalem police in Pennsylvania, they confirmed that the brawl involved more than 40 people. And
Oh my gosh. I missed that part.
More than 40 people. It happened following an argument among customers. They're still looking into the cause of the argument, but apparently the rumor is that they ran out of steak on the buffet. I've never seen anything like it, said former employee Dylan Becker. He used to work at the Golden Corral, and he was told by a current employee about the initial altercation. He said, from what I heard, it was over steak. Apparently, someone cut in line. So it might be cutting in line for the steak or running out of steak. Oh, what if somebody cut in line and got the last steak?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that could have started it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, all right, here's audio. You want to hear some of the melee?
Yes.
All right, here's some of the melee from the Golden Corral brawl in Pennsylvania.
Oh, oh, oh.
I mean, can you believe this? You hear that? Something went clunk. I think that was
the high chair.
That was a high chair over somebody's head.
Wow.
That is
They
insane.
destroyed the place.
Oh,
Let's go to Golden Corral today for lunch. Let's go.
oh my God. Anyway, Coop, do you have that video? Is that story up at mjmorningshow.com? Is it?
Putting it up now.
Oh, my.
Dude, that
Unbelievable.
was madness.
All right. So it doesn't go into detail if they completely ran out of steak or they ran out of steak on that tray. Because I've been to Golden Corrals before where the tray was empty and they have to pull the hot pan.
Right, and then they
3
bring
minutes
out
later
they bring out more steak.
Yeah, so just chill out and not have WrestleMania.
riot?
Seriously.
WrestleMania is not that exciting.
That was it. I tell you, it was like a riot. It was like the Capitol riot from January 6th moved into the Golden Corral.
I saw a guy with a painted face and bullhorns on his head and a mink loin.
Wait a sec. I saw a guy with a piece of steak and Nancy Pelosi's podium.
Her podium.
I saw
Lectern. Her lectern.
I saw the lectern guy from Parrish. Remember the dudes from Parrish?
Yeah.
And married to some well-known doctor down there. And a father of they had 5 or 8 kids or something?
Won't leave my kids to storm the Capitol, honey. Have fun.
Unbelievable. All right, you've got to see this. This is crazy. There's another video and there's audio that you've got to hear. And it was a car wreck on the Palisades Parkway in New York. And I know the Palisades Parkway near and dear. You know, when you get on, if you're leaving New York City and you head across the George Washington Bridge, the first exit when you get to the Jersey side, first exit is the Palisades Parkway. And you're in New Jersey for a little bit, and then you cross back into New York as you move up the Hudson, because it runs essentially along the Hudson River. And I grew up as a kid from 3 years old until I was almost 11. I lived in Nanuet. And Nanuet is right off the Palisades, exit 7. I've been on that road a jillion times as a kid, and even as an adult, living in New York several times as well. And on the Palisades Parkway, in spots, you have a lot of woods on the side. It's very, it doesn't look like you're in the city. You know, it's rural. You've got tons of trees, and as you move further north, you've got rocks and little cliffs and interesting rock formations off to the side. So this story is about a road rage incident where a car, folks, this is just nuts. A sedan, a coupe. What was that? What was the car?
It was a Honda Civic.
Thanks. So
or a Honda Accord and a Ford Raptor.
Right. It was a Honda Accord, and then you have a Ford Raptor pickup truck in the left lane. And the right lane, there's another car. And something must have happened. The Honda is trying to pass, and the Honda is just all over the road. And the Honda then feels like he wants to get around these two cars because something has happened, and he decides he's going to drive on the right shoulder to pass all these cars at high speed. Loses control, and it was caught on dash cam. So a car behind was running dash cam video and caught the whole thing. Now, it's not just the crash. The video is unbelievable because the car loses control, spins out, drives up this rock formation, little cliff, and then smashes to the ground. It's crazy. The car is just a mangled, twisted mess. But another crazy part of the story is the reaction of the driver inside the car with the dash cam that caught it. This is crazy. Listen to what happened. Listen to the audio here.
Oh, look at that. That guy just won't let him go.
Won't let him go.
Okay, time for road rage. Let's see. Idiot.
You hear what he said? He said, time for road rage. Let's see. So this guy with the dash cam, he's just waiting for the road rage.
And he could see the silver car, the silver Honda, just fuming and the anger building.
Oh, yeah. And then pulls onto the shoulder, loses control, spins out, and then crazy. All right, listen to the audio because it gets better. Listen to the audio.
Oh, look at that. That guy just won't let him go.
He just won't let him go.
Okay, time for road rage. Let's see.
Guys, time for road rage.
Balky.
Let's see.
This idiot.
He said, this idiot. This idiot. Listen.
Look, he's on the shoulder.
Oklahoma.
Exit right to exit 4.
Okay, let's see. Give it a try. Oh, maybe not. What are you going to do, idiot?
All right, here we go. Listen.
Okay, now we have brake check.
All right, now we have brake check. So then they brake check him.
Okay, what you think? What you doing? Hiya.
What you doing? Hiya.
It's good play-by-play.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okay, good. Yes. Yeah. Very nice.
Oh my gosh.
So the car wrecks, and then they're like, "Oh yes, very nice, good." So
the guy, is that guy alive?
I mean, listen to the ISO on that. Listen.
Oh, what you doing? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okay, good. Yes. Yeah. Very nice.
Somebody, they're like on Family Feud just saying good answer.
It's like Borat's families in this car calling the play-by-play.
I think he's Asian.
Okay.
But you know what that reminded me of? The guy calling play-by-play with the good.
Oh, what you doing?
The rice guy?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okay, good. Yes. Yeah. Very nice.
Very
that
nice.
Part
and then he went, hi-ya, right when the car was wrecking. It reminded me of Uncle Roger, the rice guy. Remember this?
So you don't wash the rice? How you don't wash the rice? Just cook the rice, not the rice stinky like you. Where you learn how to make rice?
I think it was Uncle Roger in the car.
Like him, yeah.
Uncle Roger caught the car wreck on the Palisades Parkway in New York.
What you doing? Drain the... Oh my God! You killing me, woman! Hiya, drain the...
See, he even did the hiya. Is that like a thing?
I don't know.
I don't know.
He did the same hiya as the other guy.
What you doing? Hiya.
So that's the guy in the car, and then Uncle Roger.
What you doing? Drain the... Oh my God! You killing me, woman! Hiya, drain the...
That could be Uncle Roger in the car.
That's what I said. It's Uncle Roger.
Now you scrape pan with metal. Hiya.
Same.
So there's a dash cam, and you can see it on his windshield.
Right.
He's holding a cell phone while he's driving. He has another camera because look,
Right.
Yeah.
So because he pans over and follows the accident scene as he drives past it.
All right, Coop, do me a favor. So, folks, our website is loaded today. So make sure you hit up mjmorningshow.com. mjmorningshow.com. Tons of stuff. A bunch of videos you got to see. Coop, on our website, make sure you get the video of this car wreck that we're talking about with the Road Rager. You got to get that. But also, put a link to Uncle Roger as well and that YouTube video so people can see Uncle Roger. And you know what that came from? Uncle Roger, this YouTuber, personality, he was criticizing some white BB. Well, actually, I don't know if this woman was white. I think she was, maybe.
Was he watching cooking videos or watching other chefs do cooking videos?
So he was critiquing this woman on the BBC making fried rice. And Uncle Roger was like, what are you doing? And, you have no idea what he was calling out, like, all the mistakes that this woman was making. So we'll put the Uncle Roger video, which is hysterical. And I looked at the minute I saw that video of the road rage and I heard the occupants in the car, I'm like, it sounds like Uncle Roger. So I went back to Uncle Roger. That rice video on YouTube, Uncle Roger, it has 29 million views. 29 million views. All right, so Coop, we've kept you busy with the website today, haven't we?
Just a little bit.
There's a lot of crap. All right.
Oh, Punxsutawney Phil saw his shadow.
Oh, big whoop.
Well, I didn't say breaking news. I just peppered it in.
Okay.
Punxsutawney Phil.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Then put your little hand in mine. There ain't no hill or mountain we can't climb.
Man.
I got you, babe. I got you, babe.
Okay, campers, rise and shine.
That's enough of that.
The whole song.
Cold out there every day. What is this, Miami Beach?
Not hardly.
It's MJ
And
and BJ.
What'd you say?
It's old MJ and BJ tape.
That blizzard thing.
Oh, that blizzard thing. That blizzard thing. Oh, well, here's the report. The National Weather Service is calling for a big blizzard thing.
Yes, they are. But there's another reason why today is especially exciting.
Yeah, they sound better than us, actually.
They are really good.
They're rocking Punxsutawney.
Skippy and Frank.
So that was a great movie, by the way.
Yeah, Groundhog Day was
Groundhog
good.
Day was
It really was.
Hey, my daughter did Girl Scouts, so she did Girl Scout cookies.
Michelle was big into it. She was the mom, right?
Michelle was a Girl Scout leader. That's what it would be called. So Michelle actually started a South Tampa Girl Scout troop.
Beverly Hills.
Michelle actually started it, and we had 14 girls or so, and Chloe did it for years. And of course, you sell cookies, but if your kid is playing Little League, if your kid is doing some kind of sport, you have these fundraisers. So your kids are not old enough yet, Roxanne, for them to be involved in stuff for the fundraisers, right?
Not the fundraisers. No, they're in dance. One of them is in dance class and stuff like that.
Fester, is Hadley in anything where she's got to sell stuff for a fundraiser?
What's below Girl Scouts? Like
brownies.
Yeah, she was in the brownies.
Wait, she's 10. She was in the was?
Yeah, she's like, psh.
She already quit?
She's like, enough of this.
She went, psh.
It's like, those girls are lame.
Now, you got two boys. You got Max, who's what, like 10?
Yes.
And then you got
Lucas 7.
Lucas 7. Are they doing anything where they have these fundraisers that they have to sell crap?
No, they both play golf. They don't really have to sell anything for that.
The golf families are pretty loaded.
Listen to this. A Sacramento soccer club. Sacramento, California. There's a soccer club called Natomas Football Academy. And they were doing their annual fundraiser.
Okay.
Right? This is crazy. So, among the fundraising items were See's candies.
Ooh.
And See's, S-E-E.
Yes.
It's good stuff.
You see them in airports. They have kiosks. You'll see them in malls. That, I believe, See's Candies is owned by Warren Buffett, right?
It's
Jimmy Buffett, actually.
No, it was Jimmy Buffett and Warren Buffett's favorite candy. And Berkshire Hathaway bought it.
Are you making this up? I know that Berkshire Hathaway, which is Warren Buffett's organization, they bought. But are you making this up?
It was Buffett's. I think it was one of Buffett's. I saw the thing on See's, and it was one of Buffett's favorite candies.
So Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway, the Warren Buffett company, they bought See's Candies.
It's made in L.A.
So check this out. This soccer club out in Sacramento, California, they had a fundraiser, and there were a couple of options. You could click on the website. You can click on See's Candies, order your candy. And there was another link for Pure Romance Gifts. And you click on the Pure Romance Gifts, and it's all kinds of sex toys.
Okay.
It's all kinds of lotions and plastic devices and all kinds of things,
A whip.
Help out our troop.
So you click on this fundraiser and let me check out the Pure Romance Gifts for the fundraiser for the soccer club for the kids.
For the soccer moms.
And it's all kinds of devices that might go
So I'm on the See's Candy website, and right now it's all love and Valentine's Day.
Of course.
And really, really good-looking chocolate confections.
Listen, but this has nothing to do with See's. It just happened that See's Candies was one of the options, and I'm sure that See's Candies probably works with organizations, and they'll probably set up a special link so you click on it and you can order the product, and then, of course, the organization gets credit for all of the orders that people place. And then, can you imagine? Who didn't vet that? So that's crazy.
They copy-pasted the wrong link.
The post has been removed. So the football club put it out on their social media to all the Facebook followers, raising money for the club. And one of the links is to a site that sells all kinds of sex toys.
You're going to buy your sex toys somewhere. You might as well help the kids out. I don't really have a problem with
Listen to this. It said each fundraiser that we do keeps us working toward our goals of keeping our fees low so everyone plays soccer.
Yeah.
That was so go ahead and order a whole bunch of private personal sex toys and devices.
I mean, listen, it's not like the old days where the kids would knock door to door asking old ladies if they want to buy flavored lube or something. It's not like that. It's all online. What flavors are you? Oh, elderberry. I love this.
Do you have any elderberry panties I can have?
Elderberry edible panties?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
It's good for my sciatica.
Holy crap. All right, I have an item coming up. You know the stories where the teacher has the thing going with the student? Did you see this one? There is, a very interesting ending. a teacher and an underage student, and what has occurred? Hold on. We'll get to that coming up next. Plus, did you see the creepy thing that this woman discovered and what her date did? Woman has a date, starts going out with a guy, and then discovers something in his bedroom.
Does his son play football at the Sacramento Community Village team?
Hold on to that thought. All right. We got a long chunk of MJ coming up next, so don't miss we have a full hour to go. So don't move. We're back in minutes here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. MJ Morning Show here on Q105. And we have to say bye.
Brady. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, bye. Oh, 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 oh. I heard the news today. Tom Brady's gone away. It's all over Tampa Bay. Tom Brady, come on. We'll miss you endlessly. No more Sunday victories. We hate to have you leave and go on your own. I know it's not the same no more. It ain't no lie. We hate to see you out that door. Brady, bye, bye, bye. 'Cause we won another ring or two. Just the best player that we ever knew. We will miss you and it ain't no lie. Brady, bye, 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 bye.
Has the moving truck pulled up to the new house that the Bradys have been renting on Davis Islands?
Dude, he's long gone.
He's out.
Listen, they lost the game on Sunday to the Rams. They were gone on Tuesday.
Later.
Now, did they bought a lot down in Miami, right? Is that they bought a lot
In Indian Creek. Yeah.
So they have to build a house,
They have
right?
to build it.
How much do you think the lot cost?
Like
The lot-
$100,000.
I think the lot was wasn't like $7 or $10 million.
I would.
What?
Yeah.
Hold on.
$17 million.
$17 million.
$17 million.
So the lot that Giselle and Tom Brady bought in Miami, and what's the name of the area again?
Indian Creek.
Julio Iglesias
So-
Island.
Are you making this up, or do you remember? Did you look it up?
I saw it this morning. All these Tom Brady facts are coming out.
The lot, just the dirt was $17 million.
Yeah.
And then they're probably going to build a house that's going to cost at least $10 million, right?
At least.
Yeah, from May 3rd, 2021, Tom and Giselle spotted at new $17 million beach property.
Tell you what, folks, they are gone. Folks that are saying, oh, are they going to stay in the Tampa Bay area? No, they're not. Gone. Gone in 60 seconds.
All right, so all those jerseys they have left over at the sporting goods stores, are they now collector's item or are they clearance rack?
No, I think that those will be full price. People are going to snap those up. No, there's absolute residual value to those things. Yeah, they're not going to be on the clearance rack like Jameis Winston jerseys were.
Dude, I got a steal on a Josh Freeman jersey a couple of years ago. It's great.
All right, 9:02.
I forgot about that guy.
9:02. It's the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. All right, a couple of things. What do you want first? You want the girl and what she found on her date's nightstand, or do you want the teacher and the student?
I want Roxanne to decide.
Which one do you want
teacher
first?
and the student.
All right, here we go. So the teacher and the student. Lots of these cases where the teacher gets involved with the student. And, of course, it seems that over the last decade or so, a lot of these big stories were females. Female teachers getting involved with male students. Listen to this little twisteroo. What are you laughing at?
Twisteroo.
Right.
Twisteroony?
It doesn't seem like over the last 10 years it's been mostly females. It seems like the female teacher, male student is more salacious, and then the male student and female student is just straight creep. And that guy needs to go away forever and ever.
Well, both are creep.
Right, but it's just presented differently in the media.
There is a teacher who was a teacher by the name of Bailey Turner. Bailey Turner, a 26-year-old female teacher, and she was arrested for having relations with a male student. But Missouri prosecutors have now dismissed the case against the former high school teacher. Why? She was accused of sexually assaulting her student. Big charges. Bailey, who is 26 now, had been facing a charge of sexual contact with a student by a teacher after allegedly admitting to police that she had sex with the student at her home in January of 2019. So that's already, 3 years ago already. So she was 23 at the time, and the student obviously was a student in this high school. Well, guess what? Why do you think that Missouri prosecutors have dropped the case? They've dismissed the charges.
Kid's of age now.
No, because it happened when the kid was.
She's too pretty for jail.
Listen, even if a kid is 18 in high school, you can't do it. You can't have relations with a student if you're a teacher. You can't, even if they're 18 of legal age, because there are laws in virtually every state that a teacher cannot have any relationship with a student. You're in a position of power over that student, so it doesn't matter. But why
do you want an A or not?
Why do you think? Why do you think the charges were dropped?
Is it some wonky law there that allows for the female to be 3 years? I don't know.
Well, here's the issue.
Isn't the age of consent in Missouri like 11?
9. You're close.
Okay.
No. No, that's Arkansas. I'm sorry.
I don't know. They're all so close together.
So, here. Well, listen, I'm watching Ozark right now. It seems like plenty of that's going on. Hi, Ruthie. Wyatt's a weird-looking kid, isn't he?
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, yeah. We're in episode 4 now, so we're 4 into the final season of episode 4, season 4. All right, so let me give you more hints here. Why Missouri prosecutors dropped the charges against this teacher? It's the potential application of spousal privilege.
They got married?
Oh.
They did.
Oh my God! It's like that one teacher from years ago.
Mary Kay Letourneau.
Mary Kay Letourneau and that Viligi Falau.
His name sounds nothing like that.
It does.
Vili Falau.
Yeah, whatever that kid's name was. Yeah. So the teacher and the student got married.
I wonder if she paid him off to do that.
So now there is concern about spousal privilege where the husband, who's now the high school kid, who's out of high school now, I assume, but the kid is now the husband, so with spousal privilege would not be forced to testify against your spouse, your wife in this case. So they've got no case, or they felt like a prosecution would be very difficult without the testimony of the former high school kid against the teacher. So how's that for a legal strategy?
Wow.
How about that, Mr. Fung?
Smart.
So she's not a teacher anymore. She's out.
Oh, no, she's out. Oh, yeah, that's a given. And she gave up her teaching position. So she used to teach at Sarcoxy High School. She was arrested in February of 2019, and she resigned. And then she also surrendered her teaching license.
That's the worst name of a high school I've ever heard.
Sarcoxy?
Sarcoxy.
What's their mascot?
All right. Well, good luck to the newlyweds.
Look at that. Where can we find their wedding registry? Maybe
I'm just going to go to the Bed Bath & Beyond in Joplin, Missouri, and see if they're registered there.
Go ahead. Hit it. All right. And then what did this woman find? She's got a guy she starts dating, and then somehow gets into the bedroom. I guess that can happen at some point. This woman's date, this guy, on his nightstand next to the bed, this woman finds the guy had a stack of every piece of chewing gum he ever chewed.
That's the creepiest thing ever. There's so many things I'd rather find than that.
It is like a Christmas tree-shaped tower
of tartar.
Of gum.
Gum and all the other nasty stuff that's been in his mouth.
Oh, my God. Froggy, look at this thing.
She didn't know about it?
Look at this.
Ew!
Oh, my God.
Look at the... All right, Coop,
how could she not notice it's the size of a lamp?
Well, she finally made it to the bedroom where the mass has been collecting.
That's disgusting.
You're right.
How much does he love gum?
It kind of looks like a lamp.
Yeah, it looks like a homemade lamp that some kid made.
This is insane.
That's gross.
So she's like, this is the grossest thing I've ever seen. I'm in his bedroom, and I look at his bedside and his nightstand, and there's a mountain of gum residue that he chewed, and then I don't know what the underside is, like what the...
Is there something that's sticking it to?
Yeah, like what the device is.
What's the base?
Yeah, what's the base that he started sticking all the gum to?
Maybe it's just all gum.
It could be. But this is She said that her stomach was churning on this thing.
Yeah.
So she says this was the most bleeped up thing I've ever seen in my life.
It's art.
And then said, "Happy chewing, bro." So she's like done with this guy.
Did he have an explanation?
Just that.
Did he have teeth? Jeez.
That her date piled up every chewing gum he had ever eaten into a mountain on this bedside table or nightstand.
Oh my God, I want to start with. I don't chew enough gum to. In 2 lifetimes, I wouldn't chew that much gum.
Oh my God, is that unbelievable?
It'll take a lot of work.
Let me tell you what else is unbelievable. Somebody keep Simon Cowell off a bike.
Oh my God, he is the biggest klutz ever.
Did you see this? Simon Cowell has been hospitalized. Now he's suffered from a broken arm after his second bike crash.
To understand American bicycles.
No, I think this is over in the UK.
They're terrible.
Where'd this happen? Well, now, he does America's Got Talent now. That's his thing, right?
He does a couple of British shows as well.
Maybe he's traveling back and forth between Great Britain and America and is getting confused which side to drive on.
It's about as bad as it can possibly get.
Well, apparently so.
To understand how do you work the pedals?
So he broke his arm. They say he wasn't seriously injured.
Golly.
Another accident on his electric motorbike. So he's got one of those e-bikes. A source says that Simon Cowell, he's 62 now. Did you know that? I had no idea that Simon Cowell was that old, that he was 62. I thought he was young. I thought he was.
Well, he was 40 when American Idol started.
Yeah, I guess.
If you want to carry on being a smart ass, you can leave the room.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you hear what he just said to you, Froggy?
I did not. Can I hear it again?
Let's hear that again, Simon. Let's hear it again, Simon.
Simon, please.
Simon!
If you want to carry on being a smart ass, you can leave the room.
Small talk.
If you want to carry on, Froggy.
He's talking to you.
Get out.
Small talk.
The London Sun reported that Cowell was actually lucky to be alive since he was thrown off the bike driving 20 miles an hour and not wearing a helmet.
20 miles an hour?
You would think that he already had one bike crash where he got injured.
He broke his back. He didn't get injured. I got injured when I fell off a bike. I scraped my knee. That's an injury. Oh, MJ, I scraped my knee. Oh, you want to be more careful. He broke his back.
So what's very interesting is you are where you are now for one reason and one reason only. You are a loser.
Hey, Coop, did you find like a Simon Cowell insult soundboard or something?
There are thousands of Simon Cowell insults on YouTube.
Yeah.
Let's just listen to them all.
It's great. We could do this for the rest of the show.
Well, keep going. Even when I'm not doing the story anymore, just start playing them in the
No
middle.
one would pay to see you perform.
I would pay to watch you fall off a bike.
I was just going to say, I would pay to see him propelled over the handlebars and flung 20 feet through the air. Anyway.
So what are his injuries this time?
He broke his arm, yeah.
I've never, ever heard anything like that in my life.
My arm hurts.
Apparently, it happened in West London. So he was across the pond in West London when this happened. Apparently, he was pedaling along with the electric motor on when the wheels suddenly went out from under him after hitting a wet patch. And he just went boom over the handlebars right in the middle of the road and smashed his arm.
You are a loser.
How do you keep up with a 20-mile-per-hour electric bike? He must have been pedaling like a million miles an hour.
I don't know.
What is going on? How fast are you pedaling, Simon?
The source who saw the accident says that he slipped when flying over the handlebars into the middle of the road, and that Cowell's decision not to wear a helmet was stupid.
I thought my hair helmet would protect me.
His hair helmet is very thorough.
But again, second time he's had an accident. He was taken to a nearby hospital, released a few hours later. He has a bright yellow cast on. And the accident he had prior was it back in August? Was it August last year?
It feels like it was longer ago.
It does, but apparently he did. He broke his back in 3 places. This one happened in Malibu. This one happened in California. He was riding a $20,000 bike outside of his Malibu mansion, and he had a 6-hour surgery to repair his spine. They had to put metal rods and all kinds of hardware, and I'm sure, titanium screws that cost $3,000 a screw. that probably got all jammed up in his back. And here he is. He's back on a bike. Well, listen, that's
I feel
good.
like
Hey,
I'm ready to ride again.
You know-
I feel good. Oh, Jesus. Falls right off it.
So, listen, you fall off the bike, you get back on. And that's what he did. But now he's had
It's a
another...
horse. It's a horse you're supposed to do that with, not bikes.
No, I think it's the same thing. I think
It's like riding a bike. Oh, God, I fell. My
I
arm's
think
broken.
before like 1850, it was horses.
It's just horses.
Well, I've heard both.
It's like riding a horse.
I will not let a man.
Oh, not that.
I will not let a man who does not know how to ride a bike tell me I can't sing. That's it.
Last year, I described someone as being the worst singer in America. I think you're possibly the worst singer in the world.
I think you're the worst bike rider in the world.
Hey, did you read the part about blood pouring out of his face? Did you see that?
No, my story didn't have that. Why do you share?
I want the fastest bike in the world, please.
Well, Sharon, tell us.
He went over his handlebars, flying over the handlebars into the middle of the road. Lucky to be alive. There was blood pouring from his face.
Oh,
I would
and the
laugh so
passersby
hard.
saw and stopped and helped him.
So he broke his arm and his face,
And his face.
apparently.
You're the worst bike rider ever.
That's insane.
Hey, how about you hoof it next time, Simon? Just walk.
Hey, have you guys noticed gas prices going through the roof?
Yeah, I think I got stuck at $3.49 a gallon yesterday.
I mean, folks, it was like last week that I filled up at the Walmart on Dale Mabry at $2.75. It was like last week I paid like $3.05 a gallon, and now I had to fill up again, and it was up to $3.23. But other gas stations, I've seen $3.35, I've seen $3.39, and Fester, you now saw what?
I saw $3.49, not $3.50, $3.49.
Well,
It was one of those gas stations that had like a cash price and a credit price, and the credit price was $3.54, and the cash price was $3.49.
yeah, I never, listen to me, I never, ever buy gas at places that have the two prices, you know, the cash price and the credit price.
Why is that?
Because it's 10 cents more, and I'm not, I don't, when was the last time you bought gas with cash?
Good point.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you always use your credit card or your debit card.
Debit card counts as cash.
No, it does not. In most cases, the debit card counts as a credit card, and they nail you. Dude.
They nick you.
Dude, when you
save that 10 cents.
Look at the number on the pump. It's going to tell you what you pay. Yeah, there are some places, it's a few that I've seen where a debit card is same as cash, and they'll have a sticker on the pump, but that's rare. Most debit cards are the same as using a credit card, and in most cases, the credit price is 10 cents more a gallon. So if you're putting in 20 gallons in your vehicle, it's $2 more you're paying to use your credit card, and there are plenty of gas stations that have the same price cash and credit.
There's another sticker I've been seeing on gas pumps lately, which...
Oh, I did that?
Yeah.
That's the
little JB.
Little Joe Biden's little stickers and his fingers pointing at the. It's a little sticker with.
It's clever.
And people are sticking it on the gas pumps. You know, I did that.
Yeah, I bought 500 of them. I'm doing it all over.
No, you didn't. So yeah, gas prices are. I mean, just going through the roof. And the concern is that we're heading toward $4 a gallon for just regular. That's not even the mid-grade or the super. Which that's a whole different racket, folks, because it wasn't too long ago that there used to be like 10 cents in between grades here in Florida. So if gas was like $2.50 for the cheap stuff, then the middle grade was like $2.60, and then the super was like $2.70.
That was like 12 years ago.
It used to be 10 cents, and then now it's gone to like 50 to 70 cents in between some of the grades, and that's, I mean, clearly it's a racket, and it shouldn't happen. But gas prices going up, listen, oil prices are going up dramatically, but obviously it affects all of us and what you spend to put into your car, into the pump. All right, moving along. These guys are total imbeciles. So, truck thieves steal a truck in Georgia. This is Catoosa County, Georgia.
Did you need to say truck thieves? Because it's kind of obvious. I mean, thieves stole a truck. Obviously, they're truck thieves.
Okay, thank you, Fester.
Well,
thanks for the.
Is it like a band of truck thieves?
Fester's in his correction mode now.
Oh, yeah. I learned it from you.
Yeah, Fester's going to be correcting me all day now. All right, so Catoosa County, Georgia, these truck thieves were in a truck. All right, so
that they stole.
But listen to this. The cops have a huge break in the case. These morons stole a Chevy Silverado pickup truck, right? On Sunday. The driver of the pickup had his cell phone also in the truck. Listen to this. The thieves who stole the truck, they then pick up the guy's cell phone. Apparently, he didn't have a screen lock. He didn't have a code. So the thieves start taking pictures of themselves. They're taking selfies in the pickup truck. So three, is it? I think it's awesome. 3 guys.
I see 3 different people making
really cool poses.
They're doing poses. They're doing like
gang signs.
They're doing selfie faces. Looks like maybe some gang signs. So 3 males steal the Silverado. Then they find the guy's cell phone. They start taking pictures. What they didn't realize is that the guy's cell phone, his iPhone, automatically loaded the pictures from his phone up to the cloud, up to the iCloud. So now they have like perfect photos of the thieves that stole the guy's pickup truck.
Busted.
But they haven't found the truck yet.
Well, as of late, no, I haven't heard that the truck has been found. But they took the pictures while they were driving the stolen truck, and the photos apparently were also taken afterward at a different location. So they believe that the suspects are juveniles. No, they were arrested. I don't know about the disposition of this truck. The juveniles were arrested because they stole another truck. So they weren't even in the truck that they had stolen. They were busted because they stole another truck, and they were busted for that one.
So the Catoosa County Sheriff's Office is only releasing like pixelated photos of these truck thieves.
Well, because they're juvies, which I don't care. You commit a crime. You commit an adult crime.
Put your full face out there.
You ought to do the adult time and have your full mugshot out there or full pictures out there. I got no issue with that. All right, folks, final chunk of MJ is next. And there is a lot to get to. So don't move. And, of course, I got to get out of here after the next segment because I'm going to the doctor for my annual physical follow-up.
Getting the Globetrotter, huh?
Yeah, today I'm getting the rubber glove. Oh, man. All right, hold on. We're back in a minute. Don't move. It's the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Now, the new year's here. Okay, January's done. We're now in February. And, of course, February means Valentine's Day. And you know what's an awesome, awesome Valentine's gift? A clean house. Nothing says I love you more than a clean home. So Valentine's Day, give the gift of clean carpets and tile and grout and upholstery and ducks. It's zero res, folks. Zero res. 6:05, 9:34, and the final chunk of MJ starts right now here on a Wednesday. And I'm looking so forward to getting the rubber glove, and the final chunk of my physical happens right after the show today.
Won't you feel so good, like a new lease on life, when they tell you everything's good?
And my doctor, who I've been going to for years, Dr. L, every time I get my yearly physical, he's like, yeah, I know, I don't like this either. So
he loves it.
Yeah.
He loves it.
So I'll give you a full report because I'll get my blood work back, and hopefully things are okay. I guess we'll find out, because I got a 10:30 appointment. All right, so Coop just got a call, and they would not go on the air. Is that it?
No, they would not go on the air. They didn't give me a name, and I can't say what they do. But
what do you mean? They told you what they did, but they said don't say what.
Yeah.
Okay.
So an MJ Morning Show insider says that they have to remill and repave the road at Gandy.
Oh, wow.
The section that's shut down right now.
So that's why we heard earlier that the road could be closed longer, because initially they thought that Gandy at West Shore going west toward the Gandy Bridge, word was that it could open up at noon today. And then where did we hear Roxanne, did you bring that up earlier, that now they were saying that it could be closed longer?
I think that was Pat George.
Yeah, Pat George came into my studio and said it's going to be closed for a couple days.
Right. Okay, so that might make sense, because Pat George, our traffic guy, said that it might be a couple of days now and not open up at noon. And then Coop, our producer, just got a call, didn't want to go on the air, saying that they have to remill and repave Gandy because of all the all of the fuel that leaked out of that tanker truck that flipped over.
Earlier today, we spoke to a witness,
Yeah.
Kurt, who saw the whole thing go down.
Kurt saw the truck flip over and says the guy was turning too fast.
What was his sound effect, Coop? What was his reaction?
Oh, wait, I have it. Hold on.
Yeah, so the caller earlier this morning describing the tanker truck falling over sounded like this. Do you have it, Coop? Do you have it?
Hold on. Wait.
Hang on. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it.
It's loading.
Wait for it.
It's loading.
Wait for it. Dude, what's going on?
Oh, there we go. Golly. We have to build up some intensity, you guys.
Where was that?
Fix.
I spelled the word "whoa" wrong.
Oh, all right.
I put 2 H's instead of 1.
So this is the caller that witnessed the gasoline tanker truck actually flip over. He was at the traffic light and saw the truck turn and flip over. All right, let me hear him one more time. This is what he said.
Oh. Hard to replicate.
Pretty funny.
All right, so if they remill, I think that means they got to get that like turtle machine out there, and they have to scrape all the pavement off and then potentially repave it. That sucks. Because that means that you can't use the surface road to get to the Gandy. And how about that bait shop next door? They're screwed.
Who's going to buy bait over the next week?
How about the boat ramp that's right there?
The bait shop, the boat ramp. Hey, the Marines are down there. The whole Marines
oh, gosh. The Marines are on lockdown now.
How are the Marines going to get over there?
This is an act of war. Keeping our military from getting to their installations.
I know.
How's anybody going to get into our old radio station?
So that's
screw that, please.
No, that's the other way.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I think that's going to be open. All right, a couple of things here. We got a lightning round, final chunk of MJ here on a Wednesday. And how about the FBI advisory? Now, I saw stories to this effect last week. So last week, I had seen items like warning anyone going to the Winter Olympics in Beijing, which I'm not going to watch any of this. But
what?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
The Olympics.
All right, they have curling first, and I'm going to watch that. And then I'm watching nothing.
I'm not watching anything. All right, so here's the deal. So last week, the story started to come out that all the athletes, any of the team coaches, anyone, journalists, anyone going to China, they need to be very careful because the Chinese commie government's going to be spying on everybody.
I bet.
And you had to put like a special Chinese government app on your phone. Yeah, okay.
What?
Let me get right on that.
Yeah, let me get right on that. Well, the Chinese Communist government, first, listen, don't even get me started on all the intellectual property theft they've ripped off trillions, across the planet over decades. But the concern is that the Chinese Communist government, that they're going to get into everyone's phones. They're going to steal stuff. They're going to try to gather intelligence. And the FBI, I talked about this on my afternoon show like last week and the week before. And I had the story that the recommendation was that all of the athletes, any of the journalists, everyone going to Beijing, don't bring your real cell phone.
That's right.
Bring a burner.
Exactly. So the FBI even came out with an advisory on Monday, and that was FBI advises that athletes leave their personal phones at home for the Beijing Olympics and bring a burner. Is that great? Why the hell are the Olympics in China? That's great. So they bring COVID to the world, and then they have the Olympics. I know it was awarded well before COVID, but still, don't get me started. So.
Okay, we won't.
Hey, how much on social media do you think was scammed off people last year? Calendar year 2021. How much did social media scammers take people for?
$2 billion.
Whoa.
If you were on the Price is Right mountain climber game, that would be too high. Yep. Just like the prices at Roy L. Fuchs car lot, prices are too damned high.
Listen, you're not talking about people buying
Hey,
things.
Froggy, you get the reference there?
Was that used cars?
Yes, it is.
Very good.
It's a great movie.
Very
You're
good.
not talking about people buying things off of social media. You're talking about people getting scammed off of social media.
Yes, getting scammed.
All right, so sure.
Last year, not a good year for scams. Rox, it is a high number, but not quite.
Okay.
Would you say $2 billion?
I said $2 billion.
Yeah, $770 million.
Close.
So almost $1 billion. That's a lot of money. So last year, not good for the scammy, good for the scammers, I guess. Yeah, the Federal Trade Commission released a data spotlight report, says that consumers lost around $770 million to social media-related scams last year. About 95,000 cases of fraud originated from either a social media ad, a post, a message. That was about a quarter of all the reported frauds. The numbers suggest that social media was the most profitable way for scammers to reach victims. Wow. Number of cases of fraud 18 times higher in 2021 than 2017, if you look at the numbers. So obviously it's been climbing every single year. So links, phishing scams via texts. I mean, all that I got to believe probably is counted. But, you get hit up on social media and you're asked to click on this, and scammers then want the payments through crypto or bank transfers, gift cards. Unbelievable. So $770 million is the deal. Hey, do you remember the monkey story where, hey, Coop, get me my monkey sound effects. Hey, do you remember the monkey story where the monkeys, these like research monkeys, were being transported and the truck flipped over?
Yeah, they all ran into the not the jungle, but the woodlands.
I think like 100 monkeys started running around or something. And well, now we're finding out it was the same driver with the monkey truck that flipped over that was driving the gasoline tanker truck down at Gandy and West Shore yesterday.
He found a new job pretty quickly. There really is a trucker shortage. They'll hire anybody again.
Listen to this. One of the women that stopped to help, she's tested positive for like rabies.
Oh. What? She's foaming at the mouth?
So
that's serious. You don't want to get rabies.
No.
So I don't know if it was rabies, but she tested positive for something. Well, she's got monkey's COVID. I don't know.
Isn't rabies not what it used to be? Like, you used to have like 1,000 injections, and now it's just like 1 or 2 shots.
It used to be that big giant shot.
Was it?
Yeah. You have to get it right in your spine.
And now I think it's.
How do you guys know so much about rabies shots?
Actually, the woman, Michelle Fallon, 45, of Danville, Pennsylvania, she had been given 2 doses of the rabies vaccine, antiviral medication, but. Anyway, she got sick just trying to stop and help. And then they got most of the monkeys. Wasn't it like one loose monkey?
There was one last one.
And then I think they might have gotten that monkey. Anyway, now the airline that transported the monkeys, was it United? Now the airline says that they're no longer going to ship monkeys on their airplanes.
That's awful. Just because of one negative experience?
Look at that. So I guess you could have gotten monkeypox, Ebola from. Hey, if you ever read the book The Hot Zone,
I think I've heard of that.
Yeah, that was like for monkeys in that hot house up in Reston, up in Virginia. Folks, I think that's gonna do it. I think that wraps it up for us.
Hold on.
What?
Who's the big TV person that got suspended?
Geez, I'm sorry.
Oh, geez. You left that out.
Oh, I did.
You're like your big tease for this
Yeah.
segment. You didn't get to it.
Well, thank you for stopping me. I have it right here, and I missed it. Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh,
You didn't hear
View?
about that?
Yeah, you didn't know about this?
I saw her make some stupid Holocaust comments.
Yeah, well, that's it. So Whoopi Goldberg made some insensitive comments, and she said on The View that the Holocaust isn't about race. It's about man's inhumanity to man. No, it is. The Nazis tried to wipe out the Jews because they blamed the Jews for Germany's economic woes post-World War I and the whole scapegoat situation. So Whoopi talking out of her butt, and now ABC has suspended Whoopi Goldberg for 2 weeks. So she's got a copy of the home game for 2 weeks now. All right, folks, that's going to wrap it up here on the MJ Morning Show. I'm off to the doctor now to get the follow-up to my physical, find out what my blood looks like, and I get the glove. And
Find out what your prostate looks like. That's
all
what they're
that.
going to find out.
It should feel mushy and normal like the tip of a nose.
He does the prostate, then he touches your nose.
That's
You did great, buddy.
All right, folks, have a great day. Website is really loaded today. The car crash, the road rage video, the Golden Corral melee, tons of stuff. The big boob woman that couldn't wear her outfit at Universal.